And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Hlakdy Memorial Stadium for a very special night. The winner of this game will put themselves in a position to become the first Wyoming team to ever advance to the American Legion World Series. And there is so much more at play in what could very well be the most meaningful baseball game ever played on Hlakdy Memorial Stadium. And more than that, possibly the most meaningful baseball game played between two Wyoming teams. It is Cheyenne Post 6, the champions of Wyoming, taking on the surprise team of the tournament, the host team, the Gillette Rough Riders. And we got it all live here on mylocalradio.com. It's the AA Northwest Regional Tournament presented by Signature Realty Group of Gillette on K-Ray and online at mylocalradio.com.
Buying or selling is a simple process if you're working with the right real estate agent. This is Bobby Dalzall, broker with Big Country Properties. We have agents serving both Lincoln and Uintah counties that can assist you with all of your real estate needs. We are the top listing and selling brokerage in the Bridger Valley and strive to be honest, hardworking, and thorough. Whether buying or selling, we make it happen. Call us today at Big Country Properties, 307-782-3556.
Get back to feeling your best with Evanston Regional Hospital Physical Therapy. If you find yourself struggling with pain or limited mobility in your everyday life, your recovery starts here. With a personalized treatment plan just for you, our experienced physical therapists will help you every step of the way to reach your goals and get back to doing what you love. Call us today to schedule an appointment. Evanston Regional Hospital, helping you get your life back.
The perfect mix of different ingredients can create the most delicious creation. Successful people have the ability to bring many different individuals together who work, collaborate, show kindness, use problem-solving skills, and include each individual's talents and gifts to create new inventions, compose beautiful music, and find ways to make the world a better place. At Uintah County School District Number 1, we work together every day to promote student success. Uintah County School District Number 1, Pathway to Excellence.
Fresh and flavorful ingredients are what makes the best restaurants great. At El Paso All-American and Mexican Restaurant, each entree is prepared with only the freshest and tastiest ingredients. The menu includes everything from tacos to steak, fresh fruit waffles to omelets, and mouth-watering burgers to sandwiches. Come in and enjoy a meal today at the new El Paso All-American and Mexican Restaurant inside the Log Cabin on Bear River Drive.
The national anthem on a very special night for Wyoming baseball. It is two teams facing off on day 4 of the 2023 Northwest Regional Tournament. The winner of this tournament will punch their ticket to represent the entire Northwest in the American Legion World Series next week in Shelby, North Carolina. As we get ready to get going with this one. Joining me now in the Union broadcast booth, we have Aaron Poling. And, of course, Aaron, we've seen Gillette and Cheyenne do battle for state championships. This was the matchup for the AA state championship just a year ago. I'm hard-pressed to find a more meaningful matchup than what we're about to see tonight.
Absolutely not. I mean, Gillette, they've already punched their ticket to the regional championship game. It's just going to determine whether or not they're going to have to be beaten twice by Rocky Mountain tomorrow, or if they're going to have to wait for the winner of Rocky Mountain Cheyenne, as that's what this game will determine, as this is the El Paso All-American and Mexican restaurant scene set for today's matchup on the Big Country Properties pregame show.
Let's move on to our keys to the game, brought to you by Ellingford Brothers in Evanston, Wyoming, for all your cement, sand, and gravel needs. Contact Ellingford Brothers in Evanston, 307-79-1515. They also do critter ladders, cement troughs, and cattle guards. And Aaron, you look at the magical run that Gillette has put together. It's all started with the offense. 5 runs scored in the first inning in the win over Rocky Mountain 2 nights ago. 1 run to keep pace with one of the co-favorites, Pocatello. A fast start is key for the Gillette Riders. For the Post 6 Sixers, they're going to need just as fast as a run. This is going to have to be a race to the finish for really both of these teams. Both of these teams are depleted in pitching. It's going to be very, very interesting to see what happens here tonight.
Yeah, Gillette getting it done in different ways. 5 runs in the first, ambushing a team. In last night's game, they scratched across a run, and they just kept scratching across runs until they finally exploded. As it's going to be an interesting matchup for the Post Sixers. Cheyenne, you want to jump out in front of these guys. You want to try to limit the momentum that this raucous crowd's going to be able to build, as it's going to be very loud here.
It is packed, standing room only here as we move on to our starting lineups, brought to you today by Varsity Inc. Varsity Inc., we're on your team. Get all of your camp shirts and custom prints at Varsity Inc. in downtown Evanston. And for that, we go to Aaron Poling.
For the Cheyenne team, that they are the visitors, third baseman Mason Tafoya leads off. Shortstop Coulter McAnally batting second. Julian Romero in left field batting third. Corey Williams plays right field, does the cleanup duties. Hayden Swain at first, batting sixth. Caden Anderson will catch behind the plate as he will bat sixth. Landon McAnally batting seventh. Nolan Horton in center field batting eighth. Cade Coates playing second base batting ninth, as Landon McAnally is the DH for this Sixer squad.
We'll give you the starting lineup for the Gillette Rough Riders after the first pitch, but what we can tell you, it is Kason Loftus on the mound for the Rough Riders as Mason Tafoya, the right-handed hitting third baseman, steps in, and we begin what is sure to be a night to remember in Campbell County. First pitch on the way, misses inside for ball 1.
Seth Peterson leading off for Gillette. Corey Schilling batting second. Mason Drew batting third. Riley Schilling batting fourth. Dominic Hecker batting fifth. Kason Loftus sixth.
1-0, misses low. 2 balls, no strikes. First pitch thrown at 6:07 p.m., by the way.
Brady Richards batting seventh. Hogan Tysted batting eighth. Keaton Killian batting ninth. We'll get you that defensive alignment in a moment.
As Tafoya steps out, reminder, the winner of this game, there's 2 different scenarios that will work out depending on how this happened, as the 2-0 misses inside to Tafoya. 3 balls, no strikes. And here's the situation. Cheyenne wins. They will play Rocky Mountain tomorrow in the first game. Then the winner of that game will play Gillette in a winner-take-all matchup. Gillette wins. They will play Rocky Mountain in a best-of-2 series, as that one is missed away from the right-handed Tafoya for a leadoff walk.
Let's go ahead and meet that defensive alignment for the Gillette Rough Riders. doing the catching duties, Riley Schilling at third base. Corey Schilling, shortstop, Seth Peterson. Second baseman, Dominic Hecker. First baseman, Hogan Tysted. In the outfield, left field, Keaton Killian. Center field, Mason Drew. Right field, Brady Richards.
It's turned into a beautiful evening as the first pitch to Coulter McAnally is taken for a strike. 62 degrees the time at first pitch. Wind blowing from left to right field as the 0-1 from Loftus to McAnally. Misses away for ball 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Coulter McAnally, the 2-time defending Wyoming Double-A Player of the Year. And then, of course, last year doubled up by winning Pitcher of the Year as well. The 1-1 on the way. Swing and a fly ball into left field. Killian and the center fielder, Droob. It'll be him that comes in and makes the catch for out number 1. So 1 down with 1 on for Julian Romero, who is probably one of the hottest bats in this entire tournament. 4 for 10 with 4 runs scored, 4 doubles and 3 RBIs for the left-handed hitting left fielder.
One thing on that fly ball from McAnally, it kind of shows how the wind's impacted the game, as that ball looked like it was a fly ball to left field. It got pushed all the way into left center.
Throw back to first to check up on Tafoya, and he's back in time. 1 down and 1 on. Elan, Olliff, and Aaron Pulling coming to you live from the Union broadcast booth in Gillette's Hlakdy Memorial Stadium. Next pitch misses down low. 2 balls, no strikes. Live on mylocalradio.com and, of course, with our friends at K-Ray in Cheyenne, filling in for the legendary Larry Peretti. We thank him for giving us the opportunity to bring you this game. The set by Hlakdy to Romero. Righty versus lefty. Up high around helmet length for ball 3.
Yeah, I mean, a walk and then you get the fly out from McAnally. Hasn't been easy for Hlakdy on the mound so far.
2 balls, no strikes, as that one goes inside. Now it's 3-0 as Romero kicks some dirt out of the way.
Well, more tire.
Yeah, more tired. It is all turf on the infield, leads to natural grass outfield. 3-0 finds the zone for strike 1. And Romero will step back in with a 3-1 count. 1 down, 1 on. That runner is Tafoya, worked the leadoff walk and now calls timeout for the 5th-year player for Ty Lane in the post-6 Sixers. The 3-1 from Hlakdy actually throws that one to first, gets away from Tysted, but it doesn't roll very far. And Tafoya will stay at first. Romero still waiting that 3-1 offering.
It's a good job by Tysted knocking that ball down. It gets away. It's catastrophic.
3-1 on the way. Misses high. Runner goes for second. Throw to second is not in time. Great job by Seth Peterson to try to apply the tag, but Tafoya takes second on the stolen base. No, it doesn't matter. It's a walk, so it doesn't matter. So no stolen base as Romero got a walk there. That'll bring up Corey Williams, 2 on, 1 down.
It's kind of funny to watch Romero watch the play unfold as he knew it was a walk.
He's just kind of like, okay. Well, it fooled me. First pitch to Williams, flared into left field. Rounding third is Tafoya. He's going to score. They're sending Romero to third, and it's an RBI double for Corey Williams.
And once again, a leadoff walk in this tournament comes around to touch home plate, as it's kind of been the theme of the tournament is leadoff walks have killed teams. No different here in the top of the first inning.
I'll now bring up Hayden Swain, this year's AA State Tournament MVP. And Aaron, you got a chance to cover that tournament from top to bottom. Tell us a little bit about Swain.
Do not make a mistake with a fastball as he crushes fastballs. Hit over 500 with 2 home runs. Not only just home runs, they were bombs as he hit one over the green monster in center field and Jackson. Not many players can touch that spot of the field.
Of course, Giants Field over in Teton County, one of the many unique ballparks in the Cowboy State. As the first pitch will come to Swain, misses low for ball 1. Of course, you've got to add Hlakdy Memorial Stadium here. Also have to talk about Thorn Rider Stadium in Sheridan. Whole lot of great Powers Field in Cheyenne. Whole lot of great unique ballparks here in Wyoming. The 1-0 misses away. Great stop there by Schilling. And it's 2-0. 1 down with 1 in already. Runners in scoring position for Hayden Swain.
Yeah, catch 22 here. You're behind in the count 2-0 to Swain, who has power. You don't necessarily want to groove one here. You still got to locate.
2-0 on the way. Misses inside for ball 3. Post 6 won their 3rd straight AA state championship. Part of their massive dynasty. It probably would have been 4, but they chose to go to the Connie Mack World Series in 2019 and not participate in the AA state tournament. Misses away, 3 balls, 1 strike. The Casper Oilers were the victorious ones over in 2019. By the way, that state tournament taking place right here at Hlakdy Memorial.
Swain used to be in 3-ball counts, has 5 walks already in the tournament.
3-1 misses, and it's bases loaded for Caden Anderson.
Well, make that 6.
3 walks given up by Hlakdy. And as we've talked about before, and Coach Nate Perlyberg knows as well, they're going to have to come in and really talk things over here. Walks have led to runs all weekend for these teams here.
Yeah, it's been only 1 hit so far for this Cheyenne team, and it's been self-inflicted for Hlakdy on the mound. You want to try to fire strikes, you have to here. You can't walk home a run.
Well, the positive news is for Gillette, if this game does not go their way, they will still be the final hurdle and have final say on who advances to the American Legion World Series, as they won the winner's bracket game last night. So the worst thing that can happen is they lose this game tonight. Cheyenne would then play Rocky Mountain in one game at 11 o'clock a.m. tomorrow, and then the winner of that game would play in a one-game winner-take-all Northwestern Regional Championship game against Gillette. Here's Caden Anderson. First pitch to Anderson, misses down low for ball one.
Now Loftus went to the first pitch breaking ball there. As we've seen from Gillette quite a bit after Coach Perleyberg comes back from a mound visit, the pitcher throws a breaking ball.
Anderson batting 300 in the tournament with 1 RBI. Chance to increase that total as he misses that one away. 2 balls, no strikes to the right-handed hitting Caden Anderson. Cheyenne out there in their navy blue uniforms with the powder blue panel going across the shoulders and the blue pants. And it's the same black uniforms that Gillette pulled off the game of the year last night against Pocatello for the Rough Riders. 3-0 count to Caden Anderson.
Yeah, you can't swing here if you're Caden Anderson. You cannot swing. It's been 2 straight walks.
3-0, taking all the way, finds the inside part of the zone for strike 1.
Now here, if you're Anderson, now you've seen a fastball for a strike, and you want to, we call it pie plating, finding that perfect pitch that you love to swing at in the perfect spot.
Loftus, the righty, delivers, swinging and a fly ball into right field. This is trouble as that's down on the track. Here comes more Sixers. Romero scores. Here comes Williams, and it's a 2-run RBI double by Caden Anderson. Check that out on the My Local Rodeo replay, as it's a 2-run RBI double for the catcher.
Yeah, that ball in the right field corner, as we talked about picking the pitch you like in the spot you like. Anderson got that and delivers with a 2-run double.
That's 3 for Cheyenne here, as Landon McAnally, the designated hitter, will come up. 1 for 3 in the tournament, and only 1 game played, so a lot of trust being placed into the younger of the McAnallys by Coach Ty Lane in a high-pressure situation. Runners on second and third for the designated hitter, Landon McAnally. He's a left-handed batter with a gold bat. Waves it above his navy blue helmet. This one chopper down the first base line for strike 1.
Yeah, McAnally typically plays against righties. So far against Cheyenne, there's been 2 lefties to start here in the tournament, while McAnally's only played in the 1 game. He was actually subbed out late yesterday against Washington.
Well, Loftus, of course, the righty. Comes set at the belt. And the 0-1. Swinging and a fly ball into left field, hooking foul. 0-2 count to Landon McAnally.
Yeah, if you're McAnally here, just continue to battle, continue to grind out at bats, make it hard on Loftus. As it looks like the middle infield's back. If you can hit a ground ball at the shortstop, you're going to do your job and drive in that 4th run of the game.
1-2. Misses.
That breaking ball slipped out of the hand of Loftus there. Didn't quite get the finish on it he wanted.
Last time these 2 teams faced off was in a conference doubleheader on July 27th. We'll tell you about what happened there. After the 1-2 to Landon McAnally. Swing and a fly ball, hooking foul, and it'll stay at 1 ball, 2 strikes.
It's a good job there by McAnally getting rid of that pitch, as that was a real good pitcher's pitch on the outside corner.
On July 27th, in this very field, Post 6 lost game 1, 5-4 to Gillette, and Gillette were the victims of a Coulter McAnally no-hitter. Popped up into shallow left field. Peterson, the shortstop, ranges back and makes the catch for out number 2.
It's a good job there. Getting the out without allowing the run. It's actually a lot harder than it sounds, because you give up a fly ball to the outfield, you're going to get a hit. Instead, he induces a pop-up, gets that out number 2 with an opportunity to close the door at 3.
8th batter comes to the plate for Post 6 in inning number 1, and it's Nolan Horton, the right-handed hitting center fielder. Loftus delivers home, and that one misses low for ball 1. Be really interesting to see the pitch count for Loftus when it does come up. Matter of fact, we'll see if we can get you a live pitch count right now. That one fouled. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that is pitch number 30 from Kason Loftus.
Yeah, really laboring through the first inning.
A sophomore Loftus going into his junior year.
Definitely the biggest start of his young career.
Absolutely. You'd be hard-pressed to find a more meaningful game played on this field, I am sure. 1-1 outside, and a great stop by Riley Schilling. 2 balls, 1 strike.
See the way that Schilling explodes out of his stance instead of sliding over on his knees. He allows himself to kind of pounce over, get in front of that ball. Great job there.
2-1 count to Horton with Swain on third and Anderson on second. That pitch, if it missed, it didn't miss by much. Might have been just inside.
Yeah, I think the umps have been pretty consistent at the top of the zone this weekend. As not a lot of strikes have been called at the letters. You got to get closer to the belt.
3-1, misses away. Great stop on the bounce by Schilling. And the bases are loaded. So that is the 4th walk given up in 8 hitters as Cade Coates comes in. Let's introduce you to our umpires today. We have Aldo Mora behind home plate, Phil Schlosser at first, Pat Zink at second, and Nick Stevens at third. First pitch to Coates, misses low for a ball.
Yeah, you could feel like you're being squeezed, but when you're not around the zone, the umpire strike zone tends to shrink on you, it seems like, a little bit.
Loftus with the 1-0. Catches the zone for strike 1, and Aaron, with that potential 4th run standing 90 feet away, how big is it for Loftus to get out of this inning now and keep this at 3?
Yeah, you don't want to fall behind any further.
1-1 on the way. Misses. 2 balls, 1 strike.
It's already a mountain to climb. All you can do is just make it steeper, make it harder on yourself. You're going to have 7 at-bats to try to get back into this game. The only question is how many runs you're going to have to try to get back.
And the 2-1 to Cade Coates. Misses away for ball 3. Got to throw a strike here. Nowhere to put him as Hayden Swain over on third. Bases loaded. Loftus with the 3-1. Catches the inside part of the zone to make the count full.
It's a real good pitch on the inner third. Not a lot that you can do with that pitch, especially with how the batter is standing on top of the plate.
Full count offering. Down low, and it's a bases loaded walk. Swain comes home. And that's the 5th walk in 9 batters for Kason Loftus. And now here comes Nate Perleberg. I think we're getting a pitching change, as this is the 2nd time he has come out, and we are. So we'll take a break. We'll be right back after this. You're tuned in to the 2023 AA Northwest Regional Tournament presented by Signature Realty Group of Gillette on K-Ray and, of course, online at mylocalradio.com.
I don't know about you, but every time I go to the grocery store, I'm filled with anxiety. Do I have enough money? Meat prices have doubled. How can I ever work on food storage when I can hardly afford food for this week? Wyoming Wild Meats in Lyman is the solution. Weekly specials are posted on Facebook. Beef, pork, chicken for one meal or a mixed order to fill the freezer. You will find quality Gosner cheese and milk products and delicious bread. Because overhead is low, the savings are passed to every customer. Wyoming Wild Meats, offering fresh domestic meats.
Precision, the quality, condition, or fact of being exact and accurate.
Precision is important. Scoring the next point, making the perfect shot, getting the best score. And when you think of your dentist, you want precision to be the first word that comes to mind. That's why patients are so pleased with Dr. McKay Frankum. He provides precision family dentistry at reasonable prices to every patient. Dr. McKay Frankum, call today for an appointment.
Call Dr. McKay Frankum at 789-8910.
It's a great time to check out the digital banking options at Trona Valley Federal Credit Union and skip the trip. Members who enroll in digital banking can make deposits remotely, check bank balances, transfer money between accounts, make loan payments, and use automatic bill pay options. You can even connect Quicken or QuickBooks to your Trona Valley digital banking accounts. Learn how digital banking with Trona Valley Federal Credit Union can make your life simpler. Stop in today. Member NCUA. Quality is the one thing that you can always count on when you do business with Ellingford Brothers in Evanston. Whether you're looking for strong, high-quality cement for construction, sand and gravel for road base, a cement trough or critter ladder for your livestock, or steel fabrication, including custom towing packages, bumpers, and other vehicle accessories, you always get high-quality products and friendly, knowledgeable service at Ellingford's. Stop in today, 199 County Road, Evanston.
One sophomore for another as Jared Black will come in for Nate Perlyberg and the Gillette Rough Riders. He'll face off against the top of the order now with 2 down. Mason Tafoya worked a walk to begin the game, and Tafoya's hit with bases loaded on the first pitch from Black, and he'll bring in Anderson.
I was going to mention after the first pitch that Black needs to come in and throw strikes. That is not the way you want to start. Now you're facing Coulter McAnally with the bases loaded.
5-0, post 6 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard. Couldn't ask for a better start if you're the team from Cheyenne, and he's hit again. 2 straight hit batters as McAnally will now bring in Horton. That moves Coates to third, Tafoya to second, and McAnally will stand on first. 6-0.
Good news for Black is if you throw it there again, you're going to miss because it's going to be a lefty, but you really got to tone it in. It's 6-0 here in the first.
Here comes Julian Romero. Sorry.
And you're not out of the woods yet. Romero's been crushing the ball here in the tournament.
Worked a walk and came around to score. First pitch misses away from the left-hander for ball 1.
And that would have hit a righty if there was a right-handed hitter in the box.
The 10th run is represented by Julian Romero as that misses away for ball 2. Well, the number 1 pitcher for Gillette is good to go tomorrow. Could not come in today. The 1-1 on the way misses high for ball 2.
I mean, if you're the Sixers, you don't want to put the cart in front of the horse, but you got a 6-0 lead. If you can get out of here in 5, you're going to have to win 2 games tomorrow to become the regional champs.
And you would have to win them against 2 different teams. 2-1 on the way. Swing and a fly ball. Hooking foul. And it's a 2-ball, 2-strike count.
You get out of here in 5, save some pitches for a couple of different pitchers. As you're going to have to, it's going to be all hands on deck tomorrow. If anyone who has pitches is going to have to be ready to go.
Well, it puts him in a fairly decent position as Braden Pearson is the starter tonight. So that no Julian Romero, no Bradley Fieser, no Corey Williams. So as that one is a chopper at the shortstop, Peterson throw to second, and the tag took him off. McAnally slid into second. Hecker couldn't apply the tag, and now post 6 leads more as Coates comes in. McAnally to second, Tafoya to third, and Romero reaches on a fielder's choice.
For as clean as Gillette has played all tournament, everything's going wrong right now.
First pitch to Corey Williams, who hit the double to kind of get the scoring started. Misses away for ball 1. Swing and a fly ball into left field, but hooks foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. And quite frankly, if you're the Riders, you need to just get this final out, get out of this inning, turn it over to your bats, and see what you can do. You've got yourself a hill to climb because now, with the momentum that Cheyenne has built,
they've given up a touchdown here in the first. You cannot give up any more.
1-1. Misses away. 2 balls, 1 strike. And once again, the bases are loaded. Reminder, Tafoya at third, McAnally at second. Romero stands on first. Hayden Swain, the state tournament MVP, stands on deck. The 2-1. Swinging a foul ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Reminder, no team from Wyoming has ever made the trip to Shelby, North Carolina, or to the American Legion World Series, period. So both of these teams looking to make history. Chopper down the third base line, swallowed up by Schilling, and a run scores. And it's all falling apart early.
This has been one of those innings. I wonder, did they play with voodoo dolls before the game or something? Because this is just kind of just unraveled as now they allowed the 2-point conversion.
McAnally stands on third, and here's Hayden Swain. First pitch in there for a strike. 8-0. Post 6 here in the top of the first. The 0-1 on the way misses, and a good stop by Schilling. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, Riley Schilling behind the plate has been fantastic, as his pitchers have been all over the map today.
Black needs to settle down, of course. 2 sophomores pitching in the game for the Rough Riders. Chopper to the second baseman. Hecker gets it over to second in time, and the inning's over. 8 runs on 2 hits. Gillette's got some work to do. It's 8-0 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard as we go into the bottom of the first. You're tuned in to the 2023 AA Northwest Regional Tournament presented by Signature Realty Group of Gillette on K-Ray and, of course, online at mylocalradio.com.
Buying or selling is a simple process if you're working with the right real estate agent. This is Bobby Dalzall, broker with Big Country Properties. We have agents serving both Lincoln and Uintah counties that can assist you with all of your real estate needs. We are the top listing and selling brokerage in the Bridger Valley and strive to be honest, hardworking, and thorough. Whether buying or selling, we make it happen. Call us today at Big Country Properties, 307-782-3556.
At Y-Hi, we're with you is more than just 3 simple words. It encompasses the principles we live by to serve our members and local communities. So if you're looking to keep your banking relationships local with a partner who will always be there for you, look to us. We're Y-Hi. We're Wyoming. We're with you. Visit yhi.org to learn how you can be a part of something bigger today.
Welcome back to the Union broadcast booth as after 8 runs on 2 hits and 1 error, Gillette's going to get their first crack at it. And why don't you introduce us, remind us who that Gillette starting lineup is for Coach Nate Perleyberg.
It's going to be Seth Peterson leading off playing short, Corey Schilling at third plate batting second, Mason Drew playing center field batting third, Riley Schilling will do the catching batting fourth, Dominic Hecker will play second base, batting fifth. Kason Luftis batting sixth was the starting pitcher, as actually I think that's now Jarrett Black in Kason Luftis' spot, as Brady Richards will play right field, batting seventh. Hogan Tysted batting eighth plays first, as the left fielder Keaton Killian round out the starting lineup.
And the defensive alignment for the post-6 Sixers, you have Hayden Swain at first, Caden Coates at second, Coulter McAnally at shortstop, Mason Tafoya at third. In left, it's Julian Romero, Nolan Horton in center, Corey Williams in right, and Caden Anderson catching Braden Pearson.
Well, for Pearson, you got to get a lather going. That was a long top half of the first.
First pitch in there for strike one to Seth Peterson. Pearson, a 5'10", 180-pound sophomore at Cheyenne East High School, so we got the battle of the sophomores on the mound today. Pearson misses down low on the 0-1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Sometimes that long half inning can be a curse to a starting pitcher as they want to get out there and get their first tosses in.
1-1. Check swing, but he goes. Seth Pearson down 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Especially on a chilly night like this, the key is to keep yourself warm. I'm sure Pearson was in the dugout with a jacket the whole entire time.
Gillette in their black uniforms with the red numerals, Riders across the chest, as that one is fouled off the plate, and we'll do it all over again. Post 6, dark blue uniforms, red letters and numerals with a powder blue shoulder panel, and then the cap, of course, for post 6, the powder blue with the red bill. Pearson comes set, and the 1-2. Chopper down the third base line. Coming up and making the play is Tafoya, and he's going to wisely let that one actually go foul. Puts his hands behind his back to show he didn't touch it, and it'll go 1-2 again.
Yeah, good smart play there by Tafoya as Peterson was down the line quickly. As by the time Tafoya got to that ball, Peterson was already halfway to first. He picks that up. I don't know if he's able to throw Peterson out.
Taking his time coming back is Seth Peterson. Corey Schilling stands on deck. And then Mason Drube, who scored the winning run last night in the thrilling victory over Pocatello, stands in the hole. Comes set. And a time called by the home plate umpire, Aldo Mora.
I do like Peterson stepping out there. Give yourself another chance to recatch your breath as he was running hard out of the box.
Comes set. And the 1-2. This one hit hard at the second baseman. Coates fires over to first in time for out number 1.
It's a good play there by Coates as he got a nice little hop about knee high. Takes his time, fires over for out number 1.
Here's Corey Schilling. As he'll come set. And the pitch, miss inside for ball 1.
Now, key here for Pearson is if you can get through this game with only you on the mound, with having to play 2 games tomorrow, that'd be huge for Cheyenne.
1-0 on the way. Swing and a miss for strike 1. And then if you're Gillette, maybe your whole goal is to get them to use more arms. You don't know if you can come back and win this game, but if you can get them to use more arms so they're even more depleted by the time you meet them after a potential game with Rocky Mountain, that would really help your chances out. The 1-1 on the way. Swing and a chopper. Cap high bounce over to Coates. Throw to first in time for out number 2. Another 4-3 put out.
Yeah, typically in the major leagues, take, for instance, a weekend series, that Friday game, teams talk about trying to get the arms into the bullpen so that way when you get to Sunday, they're a little depleted. Same thing here, as if the Riders can force the Sixers to use a couple of pitchers. It's going to be good for their chances tomorrow.
All right, so with 2 down, here is Mason Drube, who has been on a tear as of late. Takes the first pitch for a strike. Drube batting .417, 2 for 5 with 2 runs scored, 2 RBIs for the sophomore from Campbell County High School.
Ultimately, Cheyenne's going to probably use Bradley Feaser tomorrow.
0-1 misses for ball 1. You got to think Bradley Feaser, Mason Tafoya, Corey Williams, everyone is at the expense of Coach Ty Lane, or at the usage of Coach Ty Lane.
To finish that thought, they're going to use Feaser for one of the games.
1-1, chopper down the third base line, caught on the bounce by Tafoya. Throw to first is not going to happen as Swain bops the ball and can't bring it in. So reaching on the error is Mason Drube.
But one game for Feaser, if you get through with one arm or 1 or 2 arms, it's going to be a big opportunity for the Riders. Try to get into multiple arms, as they could have to use multiple arms in game 1.
They'll assign the error to the third baseman, Mason Tafoya. First pitch to Riley Schilling. In there for strike 1. Schilling batting .250 on the tournament. And the 0-1. Chopper down the third base line. Foul, and it's a pitcher's count. 0-2, 1 on. That runner is Drube, reaching on the throwing error by Mason Tafoya. So each team with an error now. So post 6 leads 8-0. Comes set. The 0-2 on the way. Swing and a chopper at Tafoya. Throws it to first. This time it's true, and the inning is over. So the 5-3 putout ends. No runs, no hits, one error. It's 8-0 Cheyenne after the first. You're tuned in to the 2023 AA Northwest Regional Tournament presented by Signature Real Estate Group of Gillette on K-Ray and online at mylocalradio.com.
I buckle up because there's been too many fatalities around our house where somebody would have survived if they'd been wearing their seatbelt.
I definitely wear my seatbelt to keep him safe.
I wear it just for safety.
I buckle up because my mom makes me.
I buckle up to set a good example for my kids and to make sure they stay safe.
Getting home safe to my family.
I buckle up because it keeps me safe.
Go Pokes, buckle up!
Buckle up for life, Wyoming.
The perfect mix of different ingredients can create the most delicious creation. Successful people have the ability to bring many different individuals together who work, collaborate, show kindness, use problem-solving skills, and include each individual's talents and gifts to create new inventions, compose beautiful music, and find ways to make the world a better place. At Uintah County School District Number 1, we work together every day to promote student success. Uintah County School District Number 1, Pathway to Excellence.
Kason Loftus lasts 2/3 of an inning, 2 hits, 7 runs, 7 earned, 5 walks, no strikeouts. Now Jared Black will come on after pitching 1/3 of an inning, allowing a run, and that's about it. And it'll all start with the number 6 man, Caden Anderson, who hit a 2-run RBI double last time up. Anderson holds that black and red bat high above his helmet, fouls off the first one for strike one.
Well, if you're the Riders, you have to start putting up zeros, as this is going to be a... Now, we said mountain earlier.
It's Mount Everest now, I feel like. The 0-1 on the way. Misses inside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
But if you're the Riders, all you can do is take it one at-bat at a time, whether you're in the field, whether you're at the plate. At the plate, try to pass the baton. On the mound, try to get the out.
The 1-1 on the way. Misses inside for ball 2. The good news is if you are Gillette, your journey does not end tonight, no matter what. You earn that by getting a great win over Pocatello in the winner's bracket game last night as the 2-1 comes inside. 3 balls, 1 strike to Caden Anderson. But you're going to have a say in who is going to the World Series, and it's going to be you or another team. But if you're Cheyenne, what a tournament they have had. Of course, they get a fairly one-sided victory over the Helena Senators on day 1, lose a shootout to Pocatello 7-6. Which, by the way, Pocatello's tournament is done after the 7-2 victory of Rocky Mountain. As Anderson works the leadoff walk. And then if you are Cheyenne, you get a big win yesterday against Washington, ending their tournament. And now you get this win, and you're basically 2 wins away from becoming that first Wyoming team to make the American Legion World Series, as the first pitch to Landon McAnally is fouled off. McAnally popped out to the shortstop last time up.
Yeah, no matter what you do, if you're black, you got to throw strikes. You cannot walk batters. They've walked far too many. I don't think you need us to tell you that, but a leadoff walk here in the inning.
A total of 6 combined walks as McAnally pops that one up into foul territory. Schilling runs over and makes the catch for out number 1. So a pop out to Corey Schilling will now set up Nolan Horton, who worked the walk last time up. So 1 on, 1 down here in the top of the second. Post 6 with 8 runs, count them 8, in the top of the first.
Yeah, that's the 4th out that Gillette.
As that one misses down No, doesn't miss. Actually hits the bottom part of the zone. Good-looking pitch there from Black for strike one.
That's the 4th out that Gillette has, recorded, and they've recorded 6 walks on the mound.
The 0-1 on the way. Misses in. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Unfortunately for Landon McAnally, he's been out both times as he has counted for 50% of the outs that Cheyenne has committed. That's just how baseball works sometimes.
The 1-1 on the way. Chopper down the third baseline. Foul. Aaron, we talked about it earlier, how no Wyoming team has ever made the American Legion World Series. Well, there is a 50% chance, I would say, that we will see 2 Wyoming teams play for that honor tomorrow.
We got to get through this one.
We got to get through this one first, but yeah. Swing and a fly ball into center field, and that's going to drop right in front of Mason Drube. Taking off for second is Anderson, and a single for Nolan Horton.
Let's check out the My Local Rodeo replay on that, because I want to point something out what Drube does here. As he dekes the runner, that forces that runner to stop. He starts going back. The ball falls in. If Drube's able to pick that up cleanly, we have a play at second base. Unfortunately, it bounces away from him, and that just kind of seems to be the way it's gone for Gillette here in the top of the second inning.
Here's Cade Coates, worked a walk and came around and scored as part of that 8-run first inning. The pitch. Beautiful fastball on the outside corner from the right-handed hitting Coates for strike number 1.
And that deke by Drube, I love seeing an outfielder doing that, being smart. It nearly bought his pitcher and out.
1 down, 2 on, and the 0-1 to Cade Coates. Showed bunt, but pulled it away. 2 balls, 1 strike.
When you're going through it on the mound the way the Riders have so far in this game, on the defensive side, you have to steal outs for your team. Whether you're shilling behind the mound or if you can get one by making a play the way that Drube did. Unfortunately, they just couldn't execute it completely.
Coates waiting the 1-1, swing and a fly ball into right field, and running up and making a great play is Brady Richards. They throw to first to try to double up the runner, and the ball almost gets away from Tysted, but that's 2 down.
So Tysted, I think he thought that was going to fall in. Great play by Richards as he comes in, makes the play. Tysted was ready to be the cutoff man instead of being at first, so Richards had to hesitate so that way Tysted had enough time to get back to the bag.
Here's Mason Tafoya, his second time facing off against Jared Black. First pitch to Tafoya, misses away for ball 1. Well, if you're going to make a comeback, if you're Gillette, first step is put up a 0 on the scoreboard. They're 1 out away from doing that. The 1-0 on the way. Down low, good stop by Schilling for ball 2.
The next step would be to erase the 0 on your side of the scoreboard. It's not over yet for the Riders. I mean, they can score 8 runs.
We saw them come back against Pocatello just 24 hours ago. 2-0 on the way. Chop foul down the third base line towards the third base dugout, housing the Sixers. 2 balls, 1 strike to Mason Tafoya, who was hit by a pitch and walked to lead off the game, so still looking for his first official at-bat. 2-1 on the way. Misses inside. 3-1.
Well, Tafoya in a 3-1 count, looking for something that he can drive.
And the 3-1 on the way. Catches the inside part of the zone for strike 2, and it's a full count to Mason Tafoya. And it would do wonders for my scorecard if we could get this out right here.
Getting a little log jam over there.
Just a little bit. And stepping off the mound is Black, trying to eye the runner at second. Anderson back. Horton stands on first. Anderson on second. A single for Horton, a walk for Anderson. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and that ends the inning. So, no runs and 1 hit. No errors. 8-0 Cheyenne. We're off to the bottom of the second. You're tuned in to the 2023 AA Northwest Regional Tournament presented by Signature Real Estate Group of Gillette on K-Ray in Cheyenne, and of course online at mylocalradio.com.
At the Evanston Walmart, you'll find all the tools students need to succeed. Our team is committed to providing quality products and an excellent shopping experience. Stop in today. 125 North 2nd Street, Evanston. Walmart. Save money, live better.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Five, six, seven batters due up for the Riders. Hecker Loftus, actually not Kason Loftus, it'll be Jared Black, and Brady Richards.
They put up that 0 in the top half of the inning. You want to try to scratch across the run here. Start to build that momentum. You're probably not going to score 8 runs all in an inning to get them back. So if you can chip away, that's how you come back in this game.
Here comes the second baseman, Dominic Hecker. 333 average, 3 for 9 with 4 runs scored and 2 RBIs for the right-handed hitting second baseman. Hecker into the batter's box. Comes set, and Braden Pearson, the sophomore, who had a very quick first inning, delivers the first pitch inside for a ball. Only 15 pitches, or check that, 36 pitches thrown.
You were right.
15 pitches. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong pitch counter for Pearson. This one, chopper up the middle, caught on the run by McAnally, and the player of the year delivers out number 1 to the first baseman, Hayden Swain.
Good job by McAnally, charging, firing it across.
I'll now bring up Jared Black, the pitcher. I don't think we've seen him at bat yet this tournament. So 15 pitches in 1 inning pitched by Pearson. So he has been effective and efficient. First pitch to Black. Swing and a miss at a fastball for strike 1.
The luxury of being up 8-0, you can attack the zone, as Pearson's done a pretty good job so far.
Stares into the glove of Caden Anderson. Now comes set with a high leg kick. The 1-1. In there for strike 2. Pearson, of course, the sophomore from Cheyenne East High School. East, a athletic powerhouse. The 0-2 on the way. Chopper down the first baseline, foul. In 2021, or actually 2020 rather, they were your 4A state football champions, of course, led by Graydon Buell. And then just this last winter, were crowned the 2023 4A boys basketball state champions. Swing and a miss, drop, third strike. Anderson's going to have to retreat back, but it's not going to be in time as Jared Black scampers off to first.
It hasn't been clean for the Sixers so far. Just fortunately for them, it's been a lot cleaner than it was on the other side, as the error in the first and now the drop third strike.
Here comes Brady Richards, the right fielder. And if the Riders can get something going here, that would be, now is the time, as the first pitch hits the bottom part of the zone for strike 1.
And who knows, that could be the spark that, ignites their offense. So you want to play clean if you're Cheyenne. You don't want to try to give them any hope.
Comes set, the 0-1 on the way. Misses low and away for ball 1. It was interesting. Brady looked right at Aldo Mora, wondering what that was going to be the call.
I like when a batter looks the ball into the glove if they're not going to swing.
The 1-1 on the way. Taken for strike 2. 1-2 count to Richards. Hecker grounded out to start the inning. Jared Black stands on first after a drop third strike. Pearson throws back to first to check up on Black, and he's back no problem. Hogan Tystad stands on deck. Comes set. And the 1-2 to no, actually he's going to throw back to first. It looked like he was going to deliver to Richards, but Pearson definitely letting Black know he's aware of him.
You're up 8-0. Go get the hitter here.
Come set. And the 1-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and that's out number 2.
And that's why you go get the hitter. I mean, there's a runner on first. You don't want to forget your fundamentals and, come and hold it for 3 seconds every time, allow a running lead. But, if you focus on the hitter, they're not going to be able to score 8 runs with the hitter at the plate right now.
Here's Hogan Tysted, the first baseman from Newcastle. He's a Newcastle Dogie. First pitch. Misses for a ball to Tysted.
I've always kind of thought that when you're on the mound, if you're up by 5 or more, you don't really have to worry about the base runners as much.
Pearson comes set at the belt from the stretch, the 1-0. Tries to nip the bottom of the zone, but Mora doesn't buy it. 2 balls, no strikes.
You're going to get a pitch count check.
27-7.
So Lane wanted a pitch count, and obviously Pearson might be on a leash here if he's wanting to know the pitch count this early in the game.
Yeah, that's the luxury of being up 8-0.
Comes set. The 2-0. Swing and a foul ball for strike 1. That's pitch 28.
Yeah, we talked about earlier about, possibly using one arm. You could also save an arm and go to someone else in your bullpen if you want to, who you don't think you'll need tomorrow, or you could just try to get through with his
29 up high and in. So if they're going to have him for tomorrow, they got to pull him after this next pitch.
Well, to finish that thought, or you could go that many pitches with every single pitcher and have them all for tomorrow.
3-1 count to Hogan Tysted with 2 down, 1 on, up high, and that's a walk. So he walks him, and you got runners on first and second. We'll see if Coach Lane is coming out to get him. Does not appear to be so. I'll now bring up Keaton Killian, the left fielder, and the number 9 man. And now there's going to be a conversation.
This might be time to allow the arm in the bullpen to fire a couple more warm-up pitches.
And that's might be exactly what's going on, because as they have a righty warming up in the pin.
I like what Caden Anderson is doing here. He is dragging this conversation out as long as possible.
And here comes Ty Lane. So that was the plan. They are probably looking to pull Pearson. As here comes Ty Lane and the rest of the infield. And we are going to see what happens here and see if he does take the ball for Pearson. Probably explain the situation. Hey, if you want to go tomorrow, we can pull you now, or do you want to take this game? And there's definitely a conversation going on here.
Could also be just delaying again for more pitches.
Yep.
As it seems like the bullpen didn't start moving until recently.
And he's taking the ball from him. So we'll have a new Cheyenne Post 6 pitcher right after this. You're tuned in to the 2023 AA Regional Tournament presented by Signature Real Estate Group of Gillette on KRA and, of course, online at mylocalradio.com.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Napa know-how isn't just for guys like this. Power tools. Every driver deserves quality parts. Practical. And cool. So you can do it yourself with Napa Auto Parts, or get it done for you at a Napa Auto Care Center. Which means Napa know-how is for you, karaoke car lady. And never popped a hood guy?
I can pop a hood.
You too, Mr. Park a mile away. Oh yeah. Do it yourself or have it done for you. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
Covalos, your one-stop farm and auto shop.
Helping young people grow into productive adults is like putting a puzzle together. Each aspect of life is equal to one puzzle piece. Restful sleep, a healthy breakfast, a positive experience at home before school sets the tone for the whole day. Positive student interaction with teachers, district staff, coaches, and peers all add to the puzzle. At Uinta County School District Number 6, we work hard to make each puzzle piece meaningful and powerful for every student. By working together, we can help every student grow into a masterpiece. It's a great day to be an Eagle.
Hey there, I'm Jake Major, your local Medicare and insurance benefits advisor for the Bullock Agency of Wyoming. With over 25 years of experience protecting families in rural America, we understand the importance of having an affordable insurance coverage. Whether you're searching for extra coverage or looking to understand and switch your Medicare options, I can help you find a range of top-rated insurance companies and tailor-made packages based on your needs. Call me, Jake Major, today at 307-209-4685 and let's discuss your insurance options. We're the Bullock Agency of Wyoming when benefits matter.
Marcus George, the new pitcher for Cheyenne Post 6, the 6'3", 185-pound sophomore out of Cheyenne Central. First pitch misses high for ball 1 to Keaton Killian. And that was Killian was standing in the box for quite a while before Caden Anderson came out, and then Thailand came out. They had a conversation. Aldo Morris said, break it up. He says, I'm going to my bullpen. So now Keaton finally gets to swing the bat. The 1-0 catches the outside for strike 1. And Aaron, tell us about Marcus George.
Marcus George throws pretty good. Fastball, has a breaking ball. But I want to go back to what Ty Lane and the catcher Caden Anderson did. That's just smart baseball. As I'm not sure when the decision was that they wanted to save.
1-1 misses outside, 2 balls, 1 strike. Oh, check that. It actually found the zone, so 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I don't know when they made the decision that they wanted to try to save Pearson for tomorrow, but that allowed George to get a few extra warm-up tosses down at the bullpen. I counted. He threw 6 extra pitches in that time.
The 1-2 with 2 down. Outside for ball 2. So we have a ballerina count, 2-2.
It's really good managing there. It's a chess move there from Ty Lane.
Multiple-time manager of the year in Wyoming. I imagine he's probably up for it again this year. 2-2 as that one is fouled away, and we'll do it again. Don't sleep on Nate Perlyberg either. He's won that Manager of the Year award as well. And if they can get something going here, 2 balls, 2 strikes to Killian. Seth Peterson, the top of the order, stands on deck. If you can turn it over to the top of the order, which has been productive in this tournament, that'd be big. The 2-2. Swinging and a fly ball, flared into left center field, and that is going to be caught by Julian Romero. Comes out of nowhere from left field, runs to the shallow left field grass. Check it out on the My Local Rodeo replay.
Yeah, McAnally going back. That's a big dude as Romero comes barreling in as well. They avoid the collision as he reaches out and snags it at the last second. I like that Coulter McAnally got down so that way Romero could go over the top, just the way they teach it.
So no runs, 1 walk, and it's still 8-0 Post 6 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard. Back in about 30 seconds with the top of the third. You're tuned in to the 2023 AA Northwest Regional Tournament presented by Signature Realty Group of Gillette, Signature Real Estate Group of Gillette, on KRA and online at mylocalradio.com.
The best trips away from home always come when you know you're among friends. This is Coulter Patterson, General Manager at the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming. I invite you to stay with us every time you're here. We've got the absolute best staff. Lots of our team members have been working together for years, and we feel like we're a happy family. I guarantee you'll feel that when you come stay with us. We're always glad that you choose the Come On In, and we'll do everything to make your stay comfortable and relaxing. The Come On In Hotel and Suites is the best place to stay because we have the best staff in Casper. Come on in today.
Trust, hard work, and experience is what you'll find at Brian's Muffler Shop in Evanston. Quality work at a great price, Brian's Muffler is the perfect fit for oil changes, stock and performance mufflers, and Anderson hitches and accessories. Call Brian's Muffler today, 789-7021.
2, 3, 4 batters due up for post 6, and it'll be Coulter McAnally, who is 0 for 1 and hit by a pitch with an RBI. Jared Black back in there for his second full inning. Comes set, first pitch to McAnally. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball for strike 1.
It's a nice wrinkle there to start the inning. A breaking ball. McAnally sitting dead red looking for the fastball. That curveball gets a swing and miss.
Kind of changed speed on him as well as he comes set around the chest. And the 0-1. That one just misses low. 1 ball, 1 strike to Coulter McAnally. Julian Romero stands on deck and Corey Williams in the hole. The 1-1 on the way. Chopper right at the third baseman. Great grab by Corey Schilling. Throw to first in time for out number 1.
And if you take a peek at that scoreboard, it's not like the Sixers have crushed the ball in the game. They only have 3 hits. A lot of those runs on the scoreboard for the Sixers are self-inflicted by Gillette.
Now here comes Julian Romero, who worked a walk and reached on a fielder's choice. 8 runs on 3 hits, 1 error for post 6. And no runs, no hits, and an error for Gillette.
Baseball's hard enough playing one opponent. Now when you're playing yourself and that opponent, makes it incredibly tough.
First pitch misses to Romero. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Julian Romero, he has had himself a Northwest Regional, let me tell you. 400 average. 4 hits, all doubles. The 1-1 inside, and that will miss him. 2 balls, 1 strike. Yeah, 4 hits, all of them are doubles, and 3 RBIs. So Romero awaits the 2-1. This one hit into right field. Romero taking off for first, and he's got his first single of the tournament.
Yeah, well, it must be cooling off, as you know. Only a single this time.
Oh, just a base hit.
Yeah, Romero's been on fire. Even his outs have been loud and hard line drives off the bat. He's been seeing the ball incredibly well here in Gillette.
Corey Williams, 1 for 2, reaching on a double and reaching on an error and an RBI, as well as a run scored. So he's got a full score sheet. Misses for ball 1 from Jared Black.
Well, if you're Jared Black, if you can get through the end of the game, you being the only pitcher they use, that's actually really good for Gillette.
1-0. Breaking ball started outside, worked its way back in. 1 ball, 2 balls. No strikes. The 2-0 to Corey Williams from Jared Black. Missed away, and arm slot changed just a little bit there from Jared Black as he kind of reached back a little bit more to deliver that one. The 3-0 on the way to Williams. And that's a 4-pitch walk to Williams as that one misses for ball 4. So that'll move Romero to second, and that'll bring up Hayden Swain. Reached on a walk and a fielder's choice for the number 5 man on the card for Coach Ty Lane.
Yeah, that's been 7 outs recorded by Rough Riders.
Down low for ball 1.
And 7 walks in this game, as they still have as many walks as outs.
Of course, 5 of those coming through the first 9 batters of the game, as the post 6 Sixers sent 10 batters to the plate in the first.
You know what that also doesn't include, though, is the 2 batters that Black hit in his first 2 batters that he faced. As it's just been one of those nights for Cheyenne pitching, but it's something more on that after this pitch.
The 2-0 to Hayden Swain. Swinging and a fly ball into right field. This is looking for the gap, and that one hops the wall. Rounding third and coming home is Romero. Also coming is Corey Williams right behind him, and it's a 2-run RBI double for the 2023 AA State Tournament MVP. Check it out on the My Local Rodeo replay.
Yeah, Swain drills that ball. Came in hitting 167, as that hasn't really been the story of his tournament. A lot of walks, but he finally gets a pitch he can drill and crushes it in that right center field gap for a double.
And at 10-0, here comes Coach Nate Perlyberg. Points down to the bullpen, and it looks like we will get a pitching change. More about that in 2 minutes. You're tuned in to the 2023 AA Northwest Regional Tournament presented by Signature Real Estate Group of Gillette on K-Ray, and of course with our video online at mylocalradio.com.
Wyoming is unique. When it comes to high school sports, we might travel 6 hours to a game, but when we get there, we know the other team, their parents, and the coaches. Wyoming is like one small town with really long streets. When you get to Evanston, always stay with your friends at the Best Western Dunmar Inn. With clean, comfortable rooms, a restaurant serving healthy, delicious food, and breakfast is always included. If you're bringing the team or following the team, stay with us every time you're in Evanston. Best Western Dunmar Inn, Evanston.
I'm Officer Kevin Malatesta, Public Information Officer for the Cheyenne Police Department. Cheyenne Police Department, for the May mobilization, is really looking for people who aren't seatbelted in their cars. It's a secondary violation in Wyoming, but as we make traffic stops for speeding, cell phones, whatever it may be, we're going to be looking to make sure that people have their seatbelts on. As we've gone over, seatbelts do save lives, and way too many people in Wyoming aren't wearing them. We want to make sure that people get home safely, get to see their families again. So if they're involved in a car accident and that seatbelt is on, there's a much higher likelihood of that person making it through that accident, making it through without injuries even. When we have crashes without seatbelts, the consequences are much more severe.
The strategic plan for Una County School District Number 4 states, through collaboration with the entire learning community, our mission is to instill problem-solving skills in our students that will translate to a rapidly changing global environment. We work to accomplish this by constantly improving student achievement, improving student academic and behavioral skills with a district that operates efficiently and effectively. Uinta County School District Number 4, excellence in teaching, opportunity through learning.
Early mornings, tired muscles, pride, and grit. At Varsity Inc., we know how much work goes into building competitive teams. We work hard providing the gear you need to celebrate the teams you love. Be your athlete's biggest fan in apparel from Varsity Inc. Come in today, 926 Main Street, Evanston.
New pitcher Bevan Evenson, the sophomore, steps on to the mound. Right-hander. He'll face off against Caden Anderson. 1-for-1 with a 2-run RBI double with Hayden Swain on second. First pitch misses up high. 1 ball, no strikes. We were talking with some of the Gillette faithful during the break, and pretty much everyone is good to go tomorrow pitching-wise for Nate Perlyberg. If you're Gillette, you just got to win one game.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say they're playing for tomorrow. They obviously want to try to come back in this one, but I don't think they're going to throw any of their top dogs to try to keep this game at 10.
The 2-0 on the way. Swing and a miss for strike one. This also serves as valuable experience for a young sophomore pitcher like Bevan Evenson, like Jared Black, and like Kason Leftis, because they will be pitching in state championship games. They will be pitching in similar situations like this. So to get this type of experience young is huge. Chopper at the shortstop. Hecker throw over to first in time for out number 2.
4-3 payout for out number 2 brings up
Yeah, so what I was going to mention before Swain doubled into the gap is that something similar happened in the single A state tournament between Powell and Cody, where Cody just in the first inning came out and just dominated Powell. It just kind of came one of those games where one of those things.
Misses outside to Landon McAnally for ball 1. Go ahead.
One of those things where you just kind of live for the next day, and they came back and they won the state tournament.
1-0 on the way. Swing and flares that one into foul territory. Schilling will watch that hit the top of the third base dugout, and it's a 1-ball, 1-strike count.
Where they came back and they won 2 on the championship game, and I think a lot of that was because they were able to save some of their other guys by just the way the game went against Cody the first time.
The 1-1 to Landon McAnally. Catches the inside part of the zone for strike 2. So 1-2 count to Landon McAnally. course, Landon, a sophomore at Cheyenne East High School, brother of Coulter McAnally, I would assume, as that one misses away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swain stands on third. The 2-2 on the way. Foul tipped into the glove. Schilling holds on to it. And that's the end of the inning. So 2 come in on 2 hits. And it's 10-0. Post 6 heading in to the bottom of the third. We'll be right back after this on the 2023 AA Northwest Regional Tournament presented by Signature Real Estate Group of Gillette with our friends on K-Ray and online at mylocalradio.com.
I'm Kendall Roberts with the Wyoming Seatbelt Coalition. Whether your car is a classic car or a new one, buckle up every time. Buckle up for life, Wyoming.
When you have an appointment with the dentist, it's reassuring to know that you're going to be seen by experienced, well-trained professionals. At Bear River Dental in Evanston, Dr. Lester, Dr. Owens, and Dr. Welch check every box. Plus, they're really nice people. Their passion to provide excellent dental care is reflected in everything from state-of-the-art equipment to professional, hardworking staff. Choose the professionals at Bear River Dental, serving patients of all ages. Call today to schedule an appointment.
Welcome back to the Union broadcast booth. It'll be the top of the order. 2 up for Gillette. Seth Peterson, Corey Schilling, and Mason Drube. And you'd have to be even the most ardent Gillette Rider fan is probably thinking that we're going to be in a situation where 3 teams are left tomorrow. First pitch catches the outside corner for strike number 1. So game 1 tomorrow, scheduled to start at 12 o'clock. We'll be on the air at 11:45. And then game 3, if necessary, will be on the air at 2:45. Actually, we'll probably keep it the same stream and just keep it rolling. The 1-1 on the way to Peterson, popped up for foul ball. Marcus George out there for his first full inning of work, and it's a 1-2 count to Seth Peterson. Peterson comes set. And the 1-2. Check swing, and they appeal down to first. He didn't go.
It's a good pitch there from George. His breaking ball, it starts at the very edge of the zone, breaks out. Peterson, good job laying off.
Well, no matter what, we've got at least one game tomorrow. The 2-2 on the way. Swing and a slight chopper at the third baseman. Tafoya runs up, and it's taken by George, though, who comes across, but there's no play.
Yeah, George has got to let Tafoya get that ball as he is running away from first base. I don't know if they're going to get Peterson anyways, but the only chance they have is if Tafoya gets that ball and is able to use his momentum going forward as George picks it up. He's running towards the third base line. That's going to be a tough play off the mound.
George only a sophomore at Cheyenne Central, so getting some valuable high-pressure postseason time. Throw to first to check up on Peterson. He's back. That'll now bring up Corey Schilling, grounded out to the second baseman last time up. Here in the bottom of the third, first pitch misses inside for a ball.
That's a good time to get some experience. I mean, not a ton of pressure on you. Just throw strikes and get a feel for how the game is in the postseason.
The 1-0 on the way. That one misses for ball 2. Actually, we will have 2 different streams for those games tomorrow. As if this score holds up, it will be Rocky Mountain out of Fort Collins, Colorado, taking on Cheyenne at 12, and the winner of that game will take on Gillette at 3 o'clock. That one popped up into foul territory, and Swain gets under it to make the grab for out number 1.
It's a good job there by Swain. After making the catch, he turns immediately and focuses on the runner at first. Sometimes a player going into foul territory like that would lollygag after the catch, and the runner will try to tag. Good job there by Swain checking the runner right after the play.
Here comes Mason Drube. Reached on an error on the third baseman Tafoya last time up. And the pitch to Drube, up high and in for ball one. Marcus George has gone 2/3 of an inning with one hit. Throw back to first, and he's back in time. Checking up on the runner, Seth Peterson, who is the recipient of that hit.
Yeah, that one hit went about 45 feet. Sometimes it's more about where the ball is hit than how hard you hit it.
The 1-0 to Drube. Swing and a fly ball into foul territory. Swain again goes off of first base, makes the catch in foul territory in right field for out number 2. I'll now bring up Riley Schilling. Grounded out to the third baseman to end the first last time up. 2 down. As George will go into the stretch. And waits the pitch. Good one right down the middle for strike one. So an 0-1 count. Throw back to first, and diving in is Peterson.
There's a fan in the crowd that said, let's focus on the batter.
With 2 down, up by 10.
Couldn't agree more.
The 0-1 on the way. Up high, throw to first, second is not in time. Cade Coates thought he applied the tag, but the second base umpire, Pat Zink, says he's in.
It's 10-0. I mean, it's a good job by Peterson getting in the scoring position to try to push across that run to keep the game going past 5.
Still a few more opportunities for Gillette coming up. The 1-1 on the way, inside for ball 2.
But if you're Caden George, your focus should be at the plate.
Only 1 walk given up by Cheyenne Post 6 pitching so far. 10 runs on 5 hits, 1 error for Post 6, and a hit and an error for the Riders. 2-1. Catches the outside low corner of the zone from the right-handed hitting Schilling for strike 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the third, runner on second. That man is Seth Peterson. Got a single and stole second. The 2-2 from George to Riley Schilling. And Anderson wanted that call, just misses away and low for ball 3.
Yeah, it's been a ball all game. It's a real good take there from Schilling, understanding the strike zone.
George continues to stare in, comes set about the belt, feet staggered, checks the runner at second. Checks him twice and the 3-2. Swing and a foul ball hooking into right field, and that'll drop into the Gillette bullpen. And we'll do it all over again.
Yeah, Peterson was off with the pitch, understanding that in a game like this, the infielders really aren't holding him on.
George comes set again. That same feet staggered set. The pitch, swing, jammed him inside, popped it into left field. Romero makes the catch for out number 3. So no runs on 1 hit. 10-0 Cheyenne. You're tuned in to the 2023 AA Northwest Regional Tournament presented by Signature Real Estate Group of Gillette with our friends on K-Ray and online at mylocalradio.com.
Dad, I heard that human eyes can distinguish between 1 to 10 million different colors. Is that true?
That is true. The human eye is amazing. We use our eyes not only to work and learn, but also to simply enjoy the beauty that surrounds us. At Uinta Eye and Vision, we care about each individual's eye health needs. Whether a person is looking for computer glasses, polarized sunglasses to assist in outdoor hobbies, contact lenses, or has general eye health needs, we are here to listen to our patients' thoughts and concerns to help them enjoy their amazing eyes.
Call today to schedule an appointment. 789-3937.
With 25 years of successful industry experience, Mountain West Business Solutions looks forward to providing all of our customers with exceptional service, industry-leading technology, and a one-of-a-kind buying experience. Having your office equipped with the right technology makes all the difference in the world. With a lower cost per print, we will supply you with the right technology for the best price. Great people, great products, and great service. Mountain West Business Solutions, 133 Bear River Drive, Evanston.
Elan, Olliff, and Aaron Poling coming to you live from the Union broadcast booth at Hlakdy Memorial Stadium here in Gillette, Wyoming. What turned into a dreary, rainy, misty day has cleared way into a beautiful, cool evening in Gillette, where the Riders trail the Cheyenne Post 6 Sixers 10-0 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard. Leadoff man Nolan Horton fouls off the first one for strike one. Horton 1 for 1 with a walk and a run scored and a single back in the second. The 0-1 to Horton. Beautiful breaking ball by Evanson, who came in during that last inning. This is his first clean inning of work. Finds the zone for strike two. 0-2, righty to righty. Down low, good stop by Riley Schilling for ball one. Evanson staring in. And the 1-2 on the way. Chopper down the third base line for strike two. Comes set. And the 1-2 to Horton. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody down. 10-run lead for Cheyenne Post 6. They've scored 5 hits. And that one is taken for a strike. For strike 3.
Strike zone possibly expands a little bit when the score, is this lopsided. Umpires trying to move the game along as that pitch was borderline. It's going to go in the favor of the pitcher every time it is borderline.
The first pitch to Cade Coates in there for strike one as Bevan Evanson here in the top of the fourth inning. Comes set the 0-1 on the way and change up high. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, it stinks for the batter because, you're up there trying to grind out every single at-bat, not giving an at-bat away, but just kind of the way it is.
Comes set around the chest and the 1-1. Breaking ball didn't come back in. 2 balls, 1 strike. Evanson comes set. 2-1 on the way. Check swing, appeal down to first, and they're not even going to give him a call. It was fairly obvious for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Comes set. And the pitch. Swing and a fly ball into right field. That's going to get down. Now rounding first, thinking about going to second is Coates, but he will hold up. So that is the 6th hit for Post 6. And with 1 down, here's the leadoff man, Mason Tafoya. Elan Olliff and Aaron Poling in the Union broadcast booth on a beautiful Saturday night here in Gillette. First pitch to Mason. Finds the zone for strike 1.
That's a nice breaking ball there from Evanson. as it finds the top of the zone there.
Bevan Evenson, the sophomore. Doesn't say what high school he goes to because there's 2 high schools here in Gillette. Of course, you have Campbell County, which is the older of the 2, and then Thunder Basin, which is fairly new, only about 5 years old, as the 0-1 is fouled into the back screen for strike 2.
Seems like Evenson throws that breaking ball quite a bit. I mean, he doesn't have the velocity that a lot of pitchers in this tournament do, but that breaking ball can be the great equalizer.
0-2 on the way. Swing and a chopper at the third baseman, gloved by Schilling. Throw to first in time for out number 3. So, no runs on 1 hit. Oh, check that. Out number 2. Sorry about that.
That's why I grabbed your phone.
I'll now bring up Coulter McAnally with 2 down. Coulter, 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch. First pitch misses to the 2023 AA Player of the Year for ball 1. Pitch to McAnally with a runner in scoring position and almost got him. 2 balls, no strikes. McAnally, of course, the tall right-hander, committed to the University of Utah. We would say he's going to be a Pac-12 baseball player, but with what's going on, who knows? That one in the zone for strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Well, if he wants to play in the Pac-12, he better get it out of his system next year because he's going to be a Big 12 baseball player soon.
And we'll step off. Of course, if you hadn't heard, which I don't know who hasn't heard, the Pac-12 is about to go the way of the dodo.
Well, they're in trouble.
As multiple teams, I believe all but 4 now, have left.
Would you call them the Pac-4 earlier?
Yeah, have left the Pac-12. Arizona State will be in the Big 12, I believe. Same thing with Utah as McAnally puts that one deep into center field. Drube waves off the crowd and makes the catch for out number 3. So the inning ends 1 hit, but no runs. It's still 10-0. Cheyenne going into the bottom of the 4th. You're tuned in to the 2023 AA Northwest Regional Tournament presented by Signature Real Estate Group of Gillette on KRA and online at mylocalradio.com.
This presentation on mylocalradio.com is also brought to you in part by Hoover Chiropractic. With over 3 decades of experience, Dr. Todd Hoover can help you with all the chiropractic work you need, plus x-rays, blood work, a weight loss program, and can help you get rid of allergies and migraines. Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic in Evanston.
Risk takers, adventure seekers, optimists, authentic people with a fire in their belly and greatness in their hearts. You'll find them here, in a place where the spirit of the cowboy lives and thrives.
I am a cowboy.
I am a cowboy.
Soy vaquera. The world needs more cowboys.
All right, Dominic Hecker will lead things off. The second baseman, he is 0 for 1 with a ground out to the shortstop. And Aaron, we're in the 4th inning. You got to get a run here if you're Gillette. You can't go down by 10 going into the 5th if you're going to extend this game. But at the same time, is it a little bit of a blessing in disguise to get out here a little bit early and reset for the biggest day in program history tomorrow, quite frankly?
Yeah, it could be. I mean, you never want to lose by 10, but here we are, and I'm sure the players are going to play for pride. They're not purposely trying to lose by 10. They're not going to go up there and just, wave the white flag. They're going to grind out their at-bats, but it's just kind of the situation they're in.
The 1-1 on the way from George misses outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. I can tell you right now, if we get this rematch tomorrow, this will not be the same thing.
No, it's going to be a little bit different. I mean, as both teams didn't want to use certain guys,
2-1, and that one is slapped into center field. Great piece of hitting by Dominic Hecker, and he's on with a leadoff single. It's the second inning in a row that they've been able to lead this thing off with a hit.
Yeah, these guys have a lot of pride. I mean, they've played great baseball all week, and just a first inning to just forget that. So for me, Gillette has played in two just absolutely the weirdest innings of baseball I have ever seen, that being the first inning of this game and the seventh inning of last night's game. And reset, because, how often do you see 8 runs basically walked in one inning?
You take away that inning, and this is a 2-0 game.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's that simple, and it's a slow start. And you know what? It's hard to come. It was an emotional night last night here in Gillette. Yeah. It is hard to get up. It's hard to get here. And then you deal with the delay. It was definitely not easy for Gillette, but definitely Cheyenne Post 6 have definitely showed that they are to be taken very, very seriously in this tournament, with the exception of losing one game by 1 run as the 1-1 finds Jared Black for strike 1. With the exception of that one mistake, this team could have easily been playing Gillette yesterday in the elimination game, or in the winner's bracket game.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been just a good baseball tournament. Things have happened that you wouldn't expect. Pocatello and Cheyenne played a heck of a ball game. That could have went either way, to be honest with you.
And Pocatello's done. Pocatello's season ended with a loss to Rocky Mountain out of Fort Collins, Colorado. And that's who Cheyenne, if this score holds up, will be taking on in an elimination game. And then the winner of that would play Gillette. They earn the right to be in that position by being the last team standing. But it's a double elimination tournament. It's not a single elimination tournament. You can lose one game and still win this thing, as Cheyenne hopes to do. The 2-1 to Black hits down low for strike 2.
Yeah, that's why it's not as much of a risk going with Loftus today for Gillette. You're already in the championship game. If you lose, all it makes it is that, it's a straight-up championship game instead of having to lose 2.
2-2 on the way, misses outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Jared Black, as Marcus George has struggled just a little bit finding the zone as of late.
Yeah, that was pitch 31 for George. Looks like they're going to ride him until the end. See if they can get out of this one with only using George the rest of the way.
Well, if you can keep them scoreless, as that misses away, and Black, who reached on a drop third strike and now reaches on a walk, moves Hecker to second. Or check that, Evenson, the new pitcher, Bevan Evenson. So that is actually his first.
This is what we mean by the pride of the Gillette Rough Riders. They come out and they grind out 2 at-bats, a sharp single up the middle, and you draw a walk. They're not going to just roll over.
So nobody down for Brady Richards. Runners on first and second. First pitch misses away for ball 1. This is the same team that played Gillette in the state tournament last year, and there was 2 very hotly contested games between these two. Of course, they faced off in the winner's bracket game on night 3 in Sheridan, and they faced off with it all on the line last week in the state championship games. First pitch is a ball. Next one is a swing and a miss for Brady Richards, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. So if this score does hold up, it'll be Rocky Mountain out of Fort Collins, Colorado, taking on Cheyenne Post 6 at noon. We'll be on the air at 11:45 as that pitch finds the zone for strike 2. And then the winner of that game will get these very same, not these very same, because we'll see a very different Gillette Rough Riders team in the biggest game that to be played in Gillette by a Gillette team.
Gotta imagine the intensity will be a lot higher tomorrow for the Gillette Rough Riders team as they walk to the ballpark.
George, feet staggered, the 1-2 on the way, misses outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Brady Richards, and at some point we'll see if Ty Lane has anyone moving in the bullpen, because he would like to end this thing early to save as many arms as possible, because he's going to have to win 2 in order to become the first manager, the first team from Wyoming to punch their ticket to the American Legion World Series. 2-2 on the way, popped up into right center field. It'll be Williams who ranges over from right field and makes the grab for out number 1.
I do think you're really on to something, though, with the energy and the emotion of that walk-off win, the comeback win. You know, you exert so much energy. The crowd was rambunctious. It was a wild atmosphere. It was one of the crazier things I've ever seen, as we mentioned a couple of times. It's so hard to get up after that day.
And it was extra innings. So that's a whole nother inning of baseball that they've had to go through this week. But it's all been worth it to put themselves in the position they will be in tomorrow. Win or lose here tonight.
You know, I'm sure the Rough Riders, they won't make excuses about it. It just kind of happened. I mean, baseball's a weird game. Weird things happen, and a really, really weird thing happened in the first inning. You got to really anticipate that you won't, you know, walk in 8 runs in the first inning.
But hats off. But at the same time, you have to give the credit to Post 6. They came in here with a game plan, and I think they knew that they've been watching the Gillette games, as that one is a strike 1 to Hogan Tysted. They've been watching the Gillette games. They have seen that Gillette gets off to a hot start. They have seen that Gillette wins first innings. So what do? They come in as the visiting team, put up 8 runs, bat 10 batters in the first inning.
Yeah, we talk about taking what is given to you, and they took a lot of what was given to them in that first inning.
1-1 inside for ball 2.
Staying within yourself. I mean, it's human nature that your back's against the wall. You want to play on championship day to come out over-aggressive, but I think Mason Tafoya with that first at-bat, drawing the walk and, you know, getting on base and kind of set the tone for the Sixers offense.
Elan, Olliff, Aaron, that's Aaron Pulling here in the Union broadcast booth, as this is night 4, day 4 of a 5-day tournament that none of these players will ever forget participating in, as that one is fouled away by Tysted for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the first baseman, Hogan Tysted, who reached via walk back in the second, his only other plate appearance. Well, for the first time since, I believe, 2016, we heard it will not be Idaho representing the Northwest in the American Legion World Series. The 2-2 on the way. This one hit right up the middle and gets past McAnally and Coates. Rounding third, heading home is Hecker, and it's an RBI single for Hogan Tysted.
Yeah, the Gillette Rough Riders are going to keep battling. They get that first one on the board. See if they can open up an avalanche here and try to get themselves back in this game.
Moving all the way to third is Bevan Evenson. It was one of those things where McAnally made an interesting move there. I don't know if he was expecting it to bounce off the bag and try to play it off the bounce there or what, because he went behind the bag thinking he could do it, and then it made a weird turn on the turf, I don't know, and went around the bag and got past both McAnally and Coates. The 1-0 to Keaton Killian is hitting the gap between first and second, and here comes Evenson. 2 runs coming in on this inning as a RBI single by Keaton Killian. And that'll move Tysted to second, and that'll bring up Seth Peterson.
Well, if you're Gillette, try to get into the more arms of that bullpen. There's a very good possibility you see the Cheyenne Sixers team tomorrow, and if you can waste as many arms as possible here in these innings, it'll be really good for you.
This kind of feels like a Game 6 of the World Series type situation where most likely you're probably playing one more, but you want to build momentum. You want to get, as you mentioned, get into the bullpen as much as you can. If you're Cheyenne Post 6, you want to end this right now.
Yeah, there's a couple players running out to the bullpen for Post 6.
Ty Lane, I think, knows. I think the plan always was to end this thing in 5, as that one is fouled away for strike 2.
Well, if that's the plan, then you have more work to do. But out to the bullpen was number 10, Andrew Thompson, was one of the players running out there, as it looks like Caden Westby's out there to catch for him.
So an 0-2 count to Seth Peterson. Comes set, and now he's going to step off the mound. Probably smart because he did come a little quick on that one. He could have been called for a balk if he decided to deliver.
I think Peterson called time too. Just everyone wants to reset.
So 1 down, 0-2 count the pitch. Just misses away for ball 1.
It's a real good 0-2 pitch there from George, just off the plate away, trying to induce a swing from Peterson.
This is when baseball gets fun in the postseason, where it's not about one game, it's about another game that's coming up. It's the game within the game where you're trying to strategize. As that one slapped into left field by Peterson, and the bases are loaded for Corey Schilling. Back-to-back-to-back singles for the Riders. And we'll see if Caden Anderson takes his time. Yep, here comes Coach Ty Lane. And I think he's going to make the move right here with one down and bases loaded. And this Gillette team is not going anywhere. We'll see if they take the ball from George or if this is just a preliminary mound visit to give them more time to get their guy warmed up. It might be a, hey, we got help coming. Try to take as long as possible with this at-bat type situation.
Yeah, it's also going to be to call him George down just because it's been very, very smooth. I don't want to say smooth, but for the pitchers on the mound for Cheyenne, they put up zeros up to this point, and now they've allowed 2 runs. And since those runs have come in, it's been 3 straight singles to load the bases.
So Tystead stands on third, Killian stands on second, and Peterson stands on first. And I'm telling you right now, if they can somehow score the runner at first, this thing gets very interesting. George staring in. Comes set around the belt, feet staggered again. Lifts the leg and the pitch. Misses away for ball 1.
Yeah, uneasy times here for Cheyenne. It is an 8-run lead, but the momentum's starting to change. They're starting to build, the Rough Riders are.
The 1-0 on the way. Swinging in a fly ball into deep center field. Retreating back is the center fielder, Horton, and he makes the catch. Runner tags up and scores. Runner stays at first, but Tystead scores. And moving to third is Killian. So it's a sacrifice fly into center field, and that'll bring up Mason Drube.
It's a great job by Horton adjusting with the wind. He turned his back completely to the infield. We call that the spin of death usually, but he's able to remake the adjustment. And I like that he threw to second. Obviously, he's not going to be able to throw the runner out at home. You can at least keep that runner at first where he is.
Very few outfielders can give that turn of death and then manage to come back and make a play like that.
That was the wind, too.
Yeah, absolutely. Foul ball by Drew, meaning the wind was making that very, very difficult. That was a high degree difficulty of play that could very well loom large in this game.
Yeah, that ball just continues to keep going and keep going and keep going.
The 0-1 to Mason Drube, the sophomore from Campbell County High School. Quarterback for the Camels. Steps out. As he comes in. George comes set. And the 0-1. Misses away, bounces in the dirt. Great stop by Caden Anderson, who has been lights out all week.
Yeah, it's been a long week. He's caught a lot of these innings. He's caught a lot of innings last week in the AA state tournament. These five-game tournaments really take their toll on the catcher behind the plate.
And a 5-game tournament awaits the winner of this tournament. The 1-1 on the way. Catches the zone for strike 1. Great fastball there from Marcus George.
I'm sure if you ask Caden, though, he would much rather be in this situation catching 5 straight days with an opportunity to go play in the World Series and then catch 5 straight days again at the World Series.
Absolutely. George comes set. And the 1-2. Runners are going. And that one's low. And Seth Peterson gets a second. We're going to call that defensive indifference. They give him second, no problem. So Peterson at second. Killian at third. Comes set, and the 2-2 count to Mason Drube. Nope, timeout called by Mason.
Yeah, don't look now, though. If Drube can find a hole in the infield, they can cut the lead in half.
Pick up 5 of the 10 runs back in one inning. That would be big. The 2-2. This one hit in the gap. Here comes run number 4. Here comes run number 5. And Gillette brings in 5, and they're not done quite yet. 2-run RBI single by Mason Drube. It's time to give him his credit.
Yeah, the absolute worst thing that this does, it gets that crowd alive, gives them something to cheer for. Through about 4.5 innings in this game, this crowd had nothing to cheer for. They were very quiet as here comes Ty Lane.
And this is going to be the move right here. Well, we got ourselves a brand new ball game. In the bottom of the fourth rather, it's Cheyenne 10, Gillette 5 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard. We'll be right back after this. You're tuned in to the 2023 AA Northwest Regional Tournament presented by Signature Real Estate Group of Gillette on K-Ray and, of course, online at mylocalradio.com.
I don't know about you, but every time I go to the grocery store, I'm filled with anxiety. Do I have enough money? Meat prices have doubled. How can I ever work on food storage when I can hardly afford food for this week? Wyoming Wild Meats in Lyman is the solution. Weekly specials are posted on Facebook. Beef, pork, chicken for one meal or a mixed order to fill the freezer. You will find quality Gosner cheese and milk products and delicious bread. Because overhead is low, the savings are passed to every customer. Wyoming Wild Meats, offering fresh domestic meats.
Precision, the quality, condition, or fact of being exact and accurate.
Precision is important. Scoring the next point, making the perfect shot, getting the best score. And when you think of your dentist, you want precision to be the first word that comes to mind. That's why patients are so pleased with Dr. McKay Frankum. He provides precision family dentistry at reasonable prices to every patient. Dr. McKay Frankum, call today for an appointment.
Call Dr. McKay Frankum at 789-8910.
It's a great time to check out the digital banking options at Trona Valley Federal Credit Union and skip the trip. Members who enroll in digital banking can make deposits remotely, check bank balances, transfer money between accounts, make loan payments, and use automatic bill pay options. You can even connect Quicken or QuickBooks to your Trona Valley digital banking accounts. Learn how digital banking with Trona Valley Federal Credit Union can make your life simpler. Stop in today. Member NCUA. Quality is the one thing that you can always count on when you do business with Ellingford Brothers in Evanston. Whether you're looking for strong, high-quality cement for construction, sand and gravel for road base, a cement trough or critter ladder for your livestock, or steel fabrication, including custom towing packages, bumpers, and other vehicle accessories, you always get high-quality products and friendly, knowledgeable service at Ellingford's. Stop in today, 199 County Road, Evanston.
Here's Andrew Thompson, the new pitcher for Cheyenne. First pitch to the ninth batter, Riley Schilling, to come up in the bottom of the fourth. Misses for a ball. Comes set, and the 1-0. Fouled. 1 ball, 1 strike. Thompson, a 6-foot, 175-pound righty. He's a junior from Cheyenne Central. About to start his senior year, so we'll be with Ty Lane and the company for at least another year. 1-1 actually is a throwback to first to check up on Mason Drube, who just lit this crowd on fire. And Aaron, if I'm Cheyenne, I'm not letting this crowd back into this game. You have seen what they are capable of doing for this team.
Yeah, you want to try to shut the door here. 10-5, you're still up 5. Still a very manageable game for Cheyenne.
1-1, swinging a fly ball into right field. This could be trouble, and that drops just foul. Literally by about a foot.
Yeah, I mean, if you're the Sixers, you're up 5 still. I mean, for as excited as the crowds get, you put up 10 in the first 3 innings, and it allows you to be in this situation.
Drube was all the way at third by the time that thing was called foul, as he was on his horse.
Yeah, he probably scores. That is fair, because that's in no man's land down the right field line.
The 1-2 with 2 down to Schilling, misses high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Much more at stake here for Cheyenne than Gillette. Cheyenne playing to keep their tournament alive. Gillette will play tomorrow no matter what. The 2-2 on the way. Catches the zone for a strikeout looking. And after 9 batters, 5 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. It's 10-5, new ball game heading into the 5th. You're tuned in to the 2023 AA Northwest Regional Tournament presented by Signature Real Estate Group of Gillette with our friends at K-Ray and online at mylocalradio.com.
Light up your world with a custom-built LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. It's a proven fact that signage that lights up creates more attention. So light it up and then add text, images, and video, and your sign becomes even more powerful. Start sharing your advertising messages and information with your customers today. The team at Rocky Mountain Sign provides all types of quality signage that is custom-built and maintained. Call today for a free quote. Rocky Mountain Sign, 307-789-5202. Rocky Mountain Sign, serving customers in Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho.
Do you want to further your education? Are you thinking of attending college? You can start now here in Evanston. Western Evanston Outreach provides students with a low-cost alternative to leaving town. Western offers a variety of degrees including nursing, BAS, and our brand new cybersecurity. Also offering a variety of certificate programs that can be completed all right here in Evanston. Western Evanston Outreach, we are your local community college.
Heart of the order due up for post 6, 3, 4, 5. It's Romero, Williams, and Swain. Romero, he is 1 for 2, 1 for 2. 2 runs scored, an RBI, and a single for Julian Romero. It's his first hit. That is not a double in the entire tournament. Bevan Evenson back on the mound. First pitch, Romero pops that one up high. Coming in to make the catch is the third baseman, Corey Schilling, at the pitcher's mound for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out for Bevan Evenson.
Yeah, if you're Gillette, you can get a 1-2-3 inning here. Keep that momentum. There's no guarantee you're going to come back, but that's the best way to do so. You have that momentum. Get your sticks back to the plate while they're on fire. See if they can stay hot.
Here's Corey Williams, 1 for 2 today. First pitch taken for a strike. Williams hit a RBI double in the first that got the scoring started to bring in Mason Tafoya. The 0-1 on the way, and that hits the shin pad of Williams. He'll reach on the hit by batter.
Yeah, the key so far that had been to keeping the sixes off the board in the couple innings they have is not allowing free passes. There's one there, as that's really what's gotten Gillette into trouble.
Every free pass, but 2 have scored today for Cheyenne. So 10 runs on 6 hits for post 6 as Hayden Swain comes in with a runner on first. Last time hit a booming 2-run RBI double. Steps out. Now he comes back in. Swain, of course, hit the double and then reached on a fielder's choice, worked a walk, and a run scored. So he's got a full score sheet as well. The pitch to Swain. Swing and a fly ball, deep left field. Back goes Killian, and that is caught.
Oh, what a play by Killian.
Unbelievable. Keaton Killian, I lost that play in the sun, but he did not. An over-the-shoulder catch by Keaton Killian for an impressive out number 2. You're talking about capturing momentum. Aaron Poling, that is exactly what you're talking about. That looked like that had the parking lot tattooed all over it.
Yeah, the wind blowing that ball back towards an area where Killian could turn around and make the play, as that ball was crushed.
First pitch to Caden Anderson. Misses for a ball, but man, Keaton Killian with the lead candidate of potentially the defensive play of the tournament. The 1-0 on the way, swinging a fly ball into right field. Going over is Richards, but it's going to land in the bullpen of the Riders.
Yeah, the wind pushing against that ball probably keeps it in the ballpark because that ball was stung.
When it went into the air, I thought that could be a 2-run shot, but Keaton Killian had other ideas. The 1-1 on the way. Catches the zone, throws down to first, and dropping the ball is Tysted. Made contact with Williams.
And he tripped over either the bag or Williams as they were both on their way back to the base.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Caden Anderson. 2 down. Trying to put a 0 up, Bevan Evenson. The 1-2. Gets through the legs of Schilling, taking off for second. Jogging is Corey Williams. And he'll get the pass ball to put Corey Williams on second, and it's a 2-2 count to Caden Anderson.
You know, you won't get all the runs back possibly for Cheyenne, but putting one up here on the board kind of slow that momentum down and, you know, get the crowd going. Here we go again. I think that could really help Cheyenne.
The 2-2 on the way. And that's a foul ball. Evenson trying to get out of the inning. Got Julian Romero to pop out to the third baseman. Then hit Corey Williams. Hayden Swain made an over-the-shoulder catch over in left field by the wall for out number 2. And then Corey Williams just moved to second on a pass ball as Caden Anderson's at the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Here in the top of the 5th, 5-run lead for post 6. 2-2 on the way. And, Schilling tried to hold that one very well for Aldo Mora to see, but he says, no, it's outside, full count.
Yeah, that's definitely off the plate. That's a good frame job by Schilling. That's a good pitch, but it's just not a strike. It's a good spot where you're not going to get hurt and try to induce the swing. Give credit to the batter for laying off, though. That's a good take.
Evenson checks the runner at second, and the 3-2. Inside, and
it hit him.
It actually hit him as well. You're right. So both runners on reach via hit by pitch, and that'll bring up Landon McAnally. One of the only Sixer not to get on base. He's popped out to the shortstop, popped out to the third baseman, and struck out swinging.
Yeah, when your team has 10 runs on the board and you're 0 for, doesn't feel great. But, I mean, for McAnally, you come through here, change that.
With a runner on second, it's an RBI opportunity for the younger McAnally. First pitch misses away for ball 1.
Yeah, if you're Evanson on the mound, you got to find it. You've hit 2 batters in the inning. You got 2 outs. Your defense helped you out a little bit on that Swain fly ball. That's what they're there to do, but you got to help them by throwing strikes.
Only base runners here in the 5th on due to the hit by pitch. Swing and a fly ball into foul territory. Corey Schilling ranges over, makes the catch for out number 3. So, no runs, no hits. It's 10-5 going into the bottom of the 5th. You're tuned in to the 2023 AA Northwest Regional Tournament presented by Signature Real Estate Group of Gillette with our friends on K-Ray and online at mylocalradio.com.
Water testing, community enhancement grants, seedling trees and wildflowers, classroom lessons and specialty workshops, composting and conservation of water and soil. The Uintah County Conservation District is here to serve Uintah County residents. Visit our website today, uintahcountycd.com.
I buckle up because there's been too many fatalities around our house where somebody would have survived if they'd been wearing their seatbelt.
I definitely wear my seatbelt to keep him safe. I wear it just for safety.
I buckle up because my mom makes me.
I buckle up to set a good example for my kids and to make sure they stay safe.
Getting home safe to my family. I buckle up because it keeps me safe. Go Pokes, buckle up!
Buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Andrew Thompson goes out for his first full inning of work, and he'll have to do it against the 5, 6, 7 batters. Hecker, Evenson, and Richards. It was Hecker who singled to lead off the 4th. And then that kind of got things rolling to bring in 5 runs in the 4th. We'll see if Gillette can continue the momentum here. It'll all start right here with Hecker, who is 1 for 2 on the night. Thompson delivers, swing and a miss for strike 1. Thompson kind of has a high delivery if you watch him. And the 0-1 as he agrees on the sign from Anderson coming from the stretch. So that's his position of choice. The 1-1 fouled off for strike 2. So an 0-2 count to Hecker. Evenson stands on deck. He's worked a walk, and that's it in his one-plate appearance. The 0-2 to Dominic Hecker. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and that's out number 1.
Yeah, on the mound, if you can come out, if you're Thompson, and put up a 0, that 5-run inning, I mean, you're up by 5 heading into the final 2 at-bats at that point. I mean, it's you think you have this game figured out. You think you have baseball, the sport, figured out how things are going to go, and then that happens, and just weird things happen. And so if a 0 here would be great for Cheyenne.
Richards steps into the batter's box, swinging a miss at a fastball right out the gate. Tried to ambush him for strike 1. Brady Richards 0 for 2 today. Oh, sorry, that's Evenson, excuse me. Put the wrong person down on the scorecard. It was Hecker struck out now. Evenson swings for strike 2. I put the strikeout next to Evenson. That's where I messed up.
Yeah, Thompson's come out of the pen firing.
So pitchers count, Thompson. The 0-2 on the way. Swing and a miss, and now Evenson strikes out. Now here's Brady Richards. 2 down, and right now Thompson trying to strike out the side and bring a screeching halt to the momentum that Gillette had in the 4th.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's got a job to do. If he can be the final arm that Cheyenne brings into this game, that helps them out immensely.
Pitch to Richards. Up high for ball 1.
As you know, we think about the guys at the top of the pitching staff, you know, the Feasers, the Williams, the McAnellys, all those types of guys. These guys here at the bottom have jobs too. And right now the job right here for Thompson's to finish this one out.
The 1-0 on the way. Inside, nearly got a piece of him, but it's 2 balls, no strikes.
Yes, you really don't want to use another arm if you're Cheyenne. Maybe for like 10 pitches, but you don't want to throw anyone else.
Deep breath. And the 2-0 from Thompson. Swing and a chopper at McAnally at shortstop. Gathers it in, fires a bullet over to first in time for out number 3. So Rough Riders go down in order, and we're off to the 6th. It's 10-5 Cheyenne on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard. You're tuned in to the AA Northwest Regional Tournament presented by Signature Real Estate Group of Gillette with our friends on K-Ray and online at mylocalradio.com.
Red Devil pride runs deep with the team at Callis Automotive. Today's students are tomorrow's leaders. You'll always find quality products at fair prices at Callis Automotive. We're proud to serve our customers, our community, and our Evanston Red Devils. Stop in today. Callis Automotive, your local Napa dealer.
Business cards are a powerful and inexpensive way to promote the goods and services you offer. You can design your own cards or have the professionals at Weststar Printing design your business cards. Now with same day and next day turnaround on all business card printing, you don't have to wait. Get your business cards today. Professional quality, inexpensive prices, and quick turnaround. Visit Weststar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston, across from the library. Weststar Printing, 307-789-5202.
Bevan Evenson, ever since he's come on, he's done pretty well despite the situation he's inherited. 2 2/3 innings pitched, 1 hit, no walks, and 2 strikeouts. And that right there is the most important stat, Aaron. No walks.
Yeah,
walks leads to runs.
He's hit a couple of batters, was able to pitch out of it, but I mean, putting up a couple of zeros has been big for the team.
First pitch, swinging him up by Horton, lifts that into center field, and Mason Drube camps out under it for out number 1.
Yeah, we talked about last inning that the best thing he can do is defense. They're making plays for him right now. The best thing he can do is fire strikes, keep them on their toes. I truly believe that those errors in the first inning happened because they were out on the field for a half hour, and I think players kind of started getting back on their heels, and that tends to happen.
Cade Coates is taking the first pitch for a strike. Peyton Seeley and they got double. And Corey Williams are in the bullpen right now for Cheyenne post 6. The 1-1 to Cade Coates, swing and a miss for strike 2. So you've got Peyton Seeley and Corey Williams in the bullpen right now for Ty Lane. We'll see what comes of that.
Yeah, Schilling behind the plate, making sure Tysted's paying attention as he fires the 2-strike swing and a miss down to first.
1-2 on the way. Misses low.
It's a good pitch.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
You know, it's not a strike, but it's a good 1-2 pitch. Try to induce that swing and miss with that breaking ball.
And the 2-2 on the way. Swing and a foul ball, and we'll do it all over again. Trying to hang up another 0. So double barrel action happening in the bullpen right now for post 6. The 2-2 on the way gets Cade Coates right in the number.
That is the 5th dude they have hit today on the mound, and that is, it's really what's been the Achilles heels when Cheyenne has had their runs. I mean, they both have 6 hits.
Yeah.
It's been the free passes that have been the difference.
As we mentioned earlier, if you're Cheyenne, you have scored all but now 4 of your free passes. Here's the attempt by Mason Tafoya, and that goes way foul.
That kind of tells you what they think about that run at first, you know, using Tafoya to bunt him over for the player of the year, put him in scoring position, as that one run can really change the momentum of this game. They did a great job going 1-2-3 last inning, but
throw back to first. That gets away from Tysted. Taking off for second is Coates. They're going to tell him to go for 3. Helmet barely hanging on, and they give him the stop sign at third. He was ready to come home, though.
And you multiply the mistakes. You know, you hit the batter, and then you throw the ball away on the pickoff. And that's what happens to you now. Suddenly 2 cracks at a runner at third with Mason Tafoya and Coulter McAnally to try to put on an insurance run as we head to the last 2 at-bats for Gillette.
Well, they were trying to have Mason Tafoya, who's a very good hitter, bunt him over. Well, the job's already been done for them. He's in scoring position. Standing at third, Cade Coates. The 0-1 to Tafoya catches the inside part of the zone for strike 2. Good-looking pitch there from Bevan Evenson, the sophomore.
Yeah, if you're Tafoya, you squared a bunt on that first one. You feel great now. Now you have a chance to drive that run in. You get to swing the bat.
The 0-2 on the way to Tafoya. And punches him out with a strike on the inside corner for the backwards K.
Well, had the opportunity to swing the bat instead.
Now here's Coulter McAnally. Big opportunity for the Double-A Player of the Year 2 times in a row now.
If you're Nate Perleyberg, I think you just put him on. But the problem is Julian Romero on deck has been on fire as well.
First pitch to McAnally misses away for ball 1. Yeah, when you look at batting averages coming into this game, McAnally 250, Romero 400.
That just means McAnally's due. That's the scary thing.
Yeah. Pitch to McAnally inside for ball 2. Of course, he is going to be playing for the University of Utah starting next year. And it has been a pleasure to watch his American Legion career for the last 4 years. He was a freshman my first year here. The 2-0 on the way. Swing and a light ball hit down the first base line. McAnally hustling down the baseline. Tries to dive in, but he's out. Tried that first dive into first to try to give him a chance to bring that run in, but he's out, and no runs come in. No hits. 10-5. Cheyenne going into the bottom of the 6th. You're tuned in to the 2023 AA Northwest Regional Tournament presented by Signature Real Estate Group of Gillette with our friends on K-Ray and online at mylocalradio.com.
They say the 3 most important things in life for many people are their faith, their family, and their high school sports. And not necessarily in that order. Advertise where you'll get noticed. Call My Local Radio and become a sports advertiser today.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. From insulation and scaffolding to paintings and coatings, our crews are standing by to assist with new construction, maintenance projects, facility shutdowns, and more. Contact us today to ensure your assets are protected and functional. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
Welcome back to the Union broadcast booth. Looking back at that Coulter McAnally play, we're glad he's okay because that did not look intentional. It looked like he tripped over his own foot coming down. That did not look like a slide. It looked pretty awkward. He got up, and everybody on the Cheyenne side breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Yeah, everyone in the Utah Utes program too.
Yeah.
Like, oh my, that didn't look good.
Leading things off, it'll be Hogan Tystad, as that one will be poked into right field, and Hogan's got his second hit. Hogan being his own hero.
But back to the slide. That's why you don't slide head first, especially on turf. Like dirt, okay, you're gonna slide more realistically. Turf, this turf is probably dried out, and you're just gonna hit the turf and skip. As we're gonna go to a commercial break.
Yeah, here comes Ty Lane. He's making the move to the pin. We'll see who it is when we come back after this. You're tuned in to the 2023 AA Northwest Regional Tournament presented by Signature Real Estate Group of Gillette on K-Ray and online at mylocalradio.com.
I don't know about you, but every time I go to the grocery store, I'm filled with anxiety. Do I have enough money? Meat prices have doubled. How can I ever work on food storage when I can hardly afford food for this week? Wyoming Wild Meats in Lyman is the solution. Weekly specials are posted on Facebook. Beef, pork, chicken for one meal or a mixed order to fill the freezer. You will find quality Gosner cheese and milk products and delicious bread. Because overhead is low, the savings are passed to every customer. Wyoming Wild Meats, offering fresh domestic meats.
Precision, the quality, condition, or fact of being exact and accurate.
Precision is important. Scoring the next point, making the perfect shot, getting the best score. And when you think of your dentist, you want precision to be the first word that comes to mind. That's why patients are so pleased with Dr. McKay Frankum. He provides precision family dentistry at reasonable prices to every patient. Dr. McKay Frankum, call today for an appointment.
Call Dr. McKay Frankum at 789-8910.
It's a great time to check out the digital banking options at Trona Valley Federal Credit Union and skip the trip. Members who enroll in digital banking can make deposits remotely, check bank balances, transfer money between accounts, make loan payments, and use automatic bill pay options. You can even connect Quicken or QuickBooks to your Trona Valley digital banking accounts. Learn how digital banking with Trona Valley Federal Credit Union can make your life simpler. Stop in today. Member NCUA. Quality is the one thing that you can always count on when you do business with Ellingford Brothers in Evanston. Whether you're looking for strong, high-quality cement for construction, sand and gravel for road base, a cement trough or critter ladder for your livestock, or steel fabrication, including custom towing packages, bumpers, and other vehicle accessories, you always get high-quality products and friendly, knowledgeable service at Ellingford's. Stop in today, 199 County Road, Evanston.
Keen Killian going to lead things off against the new pitcher Peyton Seeley, as Andrew Thompson only goes 15 pitches, so he will be eligible to come back tomorrow. Keen Killian with the RBI single that helped get things going in the fourth.
Yeah, we talked about trying to only use one arm the rest of the way, but for Cheyenne, you have to win today.
This is 4 arms used by Cheyenne, but they've been managed in a way that they can come back tomorrow. First pitch misses away from Killian for ball 1.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter if you save arms for tomorrow if you don't get it done today. So I like this from Ty Lane, making sure of the one today.
1-0 finds the zone for strike 1. And we've heard from a lot of people that this young man is one to watch for the future. Peyton Seeley, of course, throws back to first. And, of course, Seeley a 5'8", 146-pound sophomore from Cheyenne East High School. 1-1 to Keaton Killian. Seeley comes set. And the 1-0. And time called. Literally as Seeley lifts the leg.
Yeah, I like this from Seeley. Come in, slow the game down. Gillette has the momentum. You just kind of go out there, mull around a little bit.
Swinging and a fly ball goes foul off of the bat of Keaton Killian for strike number 2.
Kind of takes the crowd out of the game. Trying to take some of the players out of the game. Just taking your time as with runners on base. There's no pitch clock here. You can use as much time as you want.
Seeley with the 1-2. Swinging, and that one's hit right up the middle. Great grab by McAnally on the bounce. Goes to 2 for 1. On to first in time for the double play. Coulter McAnally with an amazing play at second.
So the base runner going down to first slows down to dive into first base right there.
So it goes 6-3 double play as Tysted is thrown out. McAnally catches it on the bounce. That was the play I think he was trying to do when he thought the bag was going to interfere with the ball last time, but he great toe tap at second, fires it over to first. Great hold on by Swain for out number 2. Here's the first pitch to Seth Peterson. And that one misses inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Actually, 2-0 count. Seeley comes set. 2-0 on the way. Swinging a chopper right at Tafoya at third. Throw over to first. And they go in order. So a 5-3 put out after the 5 runs scored in the 4th. It's only 6 batters seeing the plate as they all go down in order going into the 7th. It's Cheyenne 10, Gillette 5. You're tuned in to the 2023 AA Northwest Regional Tournament presented by Signature Real Estate Group of Gillette with our friends on K-Ray and online at mylocalradio.com.
Freeway Tire offers a nationwide service protection plan that covers service parts and labor on select systems, keeping your vehicle on the road. Plus, it includes coverage for towing, lockout service, flat tire changing, fuel, oil, and water delivery service, and jump starts. Knowing that your vehicle is covered at over 50,000 dealer locations nationwide provides that peace of mind wherever you are. Get the details. Visit Freeway Tire and ask about the service protection plan. Freeway Tire, 217 Bear River Drive, Evanston.
Western Wyoming Beverages has been proudly owned and operated in Wyoming for over 50 years, providing reliable service, friendly staff, and the nation's top beverage products, including Pepsi. We always strive to be the premier business partner for our customers. Western Wyoming Beverages services Rock Springs, Green River, Jackson, Evanston, Kemmer, Pinedale, Wamsutter, Big Piney, Mountain View, and Lyman. Go Red Devils!
Welcome back to the Union broadcast booth. The heart of the order due up for the Sixers, Romero, Williams, and Swain. Here in the 7th, a 5-run lead for post 6. Bevan Evenson back out there for another inning of work, and it's a 1-1 count to Julian Romero. Evenson, 3 2/3 innings pitched, 1 hit, and 3 strikeouts. Most importantly, no walks. But he has had some problems hitting pit batters as Romero gets under that one, puts that one into foul territory. Off the third base line, Corey Schilling, the third baseman, runs over and makes the catch for out number 1. I'll now bring up Corey Williams, hit by a pitch, worked a walk, reached an error, and hit a double. So he's a grand total of 1 for 3 with an RBI and 2 runs scored. First pitch to Williams. Just misses for ball 1.
It's been pretty good so far for Evanston. I think he's been impressive out of the bullpen.
1-0 misses down. 2 balls, no strikes.
And this is kind of one of those career-making appearances where you come out, you face this post-6 team, and you put up zeros. Not just zeros, back-to-back-to-back zeros. He's been impressive.
Pitch misses away for ball 3. 3-0 count. Oncoming to Corey Williams, Bevan Evanson, 5'6", 625-pound sophomore. So, yeah, absolutely right. A career-making performance. 3-0. Catches the outside part of the zone for strike 1.
But what this does is he's going to go into the offseason, and he's going to have a ton of confidence with how this outing has gone, and I think he's going to build on that.
3-1 popped up into foul territory. It's Corey Schilling again, making the catch in almost the exact same spot that he caught out Romero. He does the same to Williams.
And he's living on the edges, and that's what's really good. He doesn't have the most overpowering stuff, but he's living on the edges. He's hard to square up, and he's letting his defense work for him.
Here's Hayden Swain. He is 1 for 3 with a walk, a run scored, and 2 RBIs on the one hit, which was a double.
And I think Swain's the only one that's actually hit the ball hard off of him, if I'm being honest.
And Swain was the one that lifted that thing over to left field, and it took Keaton Killian to make the catch of the night to avoid that being damaged. First pitch in the zone to Swain for strike 1. The 0-1, swing and a fly ball into center field. Trube ranges over to his right and makes the catch. And they go down in order. Last chance for Gillette. It's 10-5 going into the bottom of the 7th. You're tuned in to the 2023 AA Northwest Regional Tournament presented by Signature Real Estate Group of Gillette with our friends on K-Ray and online at mylocalradio.com.
Freeway Tire offers a nationwide service protection plan that covers service parts and labor on select systems, keeping your vehicle on the road. Plus, it includes coverage for towing, lockout service, flat tire changing, fuel, oil, and water delivery service, and jump starts. Knowing that your vehicle is covered at over 50,000 dealer locations nationwide provides that peace of mind wherever you are. Get the details. Visit Freeway Tire and ask about the service protection plan. Freeway Tire, 217 Bear River Drive, Evanston.
Western Wyoming Beverages has been proudly owned and operated in Wyoming for over 50 years, providing reliable service, friendly staff, and the nation's top beverage products, including Pepsi. We always strive to be the premier business partner for our customers. Western Wyoming Beverages services Rock Springs, Green River, Jackson, Evanston, Kemmer, Pinedale, Wamsutter, Big Piney, Mountain View, and Lyman. Go Red Devils!
Peyton Seeley comes on to start the bottom of the 7th, and it's the 2, 3, 4 batters due up for the Riders. Schilling, Drube, and Schilling. So Corey Schilling, Mason Drube, and Riley Schilling. So here's the situation. Score 5 runs, we're going to an 8th inning for the second night in a row. Score anything less, Cheyenne will play Rocky Mountain Lobos out of Fort Collins tomorrow at noon. And the winner of that game will play Gillette for the region title. Chopper hit at Cade Coates on the first pitch to Schilling, and that's on to out number 1 for the 4-3 putouts.
And if you're Gillette here, you want to try to force the hand of Ty Lane. Scoring 5 runs and 2 outs is a real big ask, but what you can do is you can force Ty Lane to have to make a decision whether to go get Seeley and use another arm, or if they're going to burn him tomorrow, if you try to work that pitch count up. Seeley's only at 7 pitches, though, so they're going to have to rally to do so.
Well, we've heard that most likely Seeley is on a one-day pitch count as the first pitch is popped up by Drube. Anderson throws off his mask and can't make the catch in foul territory in front of the Gillette dugout.
Yeah, new life.
Drube, the look from his body language, thought that he was out, but he's going to get a second shot at it.
He probably should have been, but you had new life. Make it hurt.
Elan Olliff and Aaron Poling join Aaron and, of course, the great Dan Hubbard tomorrow for the championship games. 0-1 to Drube. Catches the inside part of the zone for strike one. We'll be on the air at 11:45 and 2:45.
That's news to me.
You knew that was the plan. 0-2 on the way. Chopper down the third base line. Caught on the knee-high bounce by Tafoya. Throw to first, and it's away. Drew takes off. Helmet is off. He's now round second. That ball traveled all the way to the corner. Drew is getting the wave around, and now the stop sign at third. Wow.
Well, little momentum.
So it's going to be a single and an error on Tafoya. Puts a runner on third, but Drube lost his helmet at first and took off. And now here's Riley Schilling with a runner on third. Wow. One down. Runner on third. Riley Schilling looking for his first hit of the night. He's 0 for 3 with a strikeout and a ground out and a fly out. The first pitch to Schilling. Swinging at a fly ball, headed for center field, and that is caught on the run by Romero. Tagging up is Drube. They throw home, and it's going to go down as a sacrifice RBI as Drube scores, and the score is 10-6. Cheyenne on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard.
That's a great job by Seeley to keep attacking, understanding that, the difference between winning 10-5 and 10-6 isn't all that different as they're going to appeal. And, Julian Romero there got a chance to show off his arm. I don't know if there was really ever a chance where he caught that ball, but, why not? There's no one else on base. Fire at home. Maybe the runner trips. But that's a great job by Seeley to continue to attack.
Here comes Dominic Hecker, 1 for 3 with a run scored and a single. First pitch inside for ball one.
That's a good example there of trading the out for the run, just because now you're down to the final out of the game.
1-0 misses inside for ball two. Next pitch, swing and a fly ball into shallow right field, and that's going to do it. Cade Coates retreats back and makes the catch, and the inning and the game is over. Your final score, it is Cheyenne 10, Gillette 6, and we have the situation set up. It will be Fort Collins, Rocky Mountain Lobos out of Fort Collins, Colorado, the Colorado AA state champs against the Wyoming state champs, Cheyenne Post 6 Sixers at 12 o'clock. We will have our pregame at 11:45, and then the winner of that game will play Gillette one game for a ticket to Shelby, North Carolina for the American Legion World Series at 3 o'clock, pregame at 2:45. We're going to go and step aside. When we come back, we'll have our post-game show. You're tuned in to the AA Northwest Regional Tournament presented by Signature Real Estate Group of Gillette with our friends on K-Ray and online at mylocalradio.com.
Do something good for yourself. Give your home a new look. At Kazine's Furniture in Evanston, their friendly staff will help you make your home a peaceful and beautiful place to be. Comfortable furniture, appliances, artwork, lighting, and accessories work together to create an enjoyable and inviting atmosphere in your home. Make your living and sleeping space a wonderful place to be. With brands like Serta, Ashley, GE, and more, visit Kazine's Furniture at 941 Front Street in Evanston.
Dad, I heard that human eyes can distinguish between 1 to 10 million different colors. Is that true?
That is true. The human eye is amazing. We use our eyes not only to work and learn, but also to simply enjoy the beauty that surrounds us. At Uinta Eye and Vision, we care about each individual's eye health needs. Whether a person is looking for computer glasses, polarized sunglasses to assist in outdoor hobbies, contact lenses, or has general eye health needs, we are here to listen to our patients' thoughts and concerns to help them enjoy their amazing eyes.
Call today to schedule an appointment. 789-3937.
You're invited to come in and visit with the team at Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley today. Our customers are our friends. If you haven't ever been in, stop in today. We'd love to get to know you. If you haven't been in for a while, stop in and let's get caught up. And if you were here yesterday, come back again soon. You always have an open invitation to visit the crew at Cash Honda Yamaha, where our customers are our friends, on US 91 between Logan and Smithfield.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Get a degree or certification, earn your high school GED, get job skills, become CPR certified, or use our free 3D printers and tools. These are just a few of the opportunities available at Uinta BOCES number 1. Call 307-789-5742 to learn more.
Welcome back to the Union Broadcast Booth. It's time for a Jimmy John's Freaky Fast Recap, brought to you by Jimmy John's in Evanston, Rock Springs, Sheridan, and, of course, right here in Gillette, where fast and fresh meet. Well, Cheyenne started this game off with a bang. 8 runs in the top of the first, then added 2 in the third to take a 10-0 lead. Gillette added 5 with their own big inning in the fourth, and then 1 in the bottom of the seventh to give us our final score, 10-6. Marcus George picks up the win for the Sixers. 2 innings pitched, 6 hits, 5 runs, all earned, 1 walk, and no strikeouts. Braden Pearson got the start, and he went an inning and 2/3 with a walk and 2 strikeouts. Andrew Thompson comes in relief, an inning and a third, 1 hit and 3 strikeouts, and Peyton Seeley closes it down. 2 innings, 1 hit, 1 run. Unfortunately, Kason Loftus is our losing pitcher tonight. 2/3 of an inning pitched, 2 hits, 7 runs, 7 earned, 5 walks, no strikeouts. Jarrett Black comes in for an inning and a third, 3 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them earned, 2 walks, and 1 strikeout. Combining for 7 walks for Gillette pitching, but not contributing through the longest stretch tonight for Gillette. Bevan Evanston, 4 2/3 innings pitched, 1 hit, and 3 strikeouts.
Yeah, he was super impressive. I was thoroughly impressed by him. I mean, we talked about putting up zeros on the board, give your team a chance, and he did just that. Obviously, coming back from a 10-0 deficit is going to be hard to do, but he gave his team a chance. They put up 6 runs on the board. That was an awesome job there from Evanston.
And Cheyenne wins, final score 10-6 in a game that lasted 2 hours and 24 minutes. We're going to move on to our Dr. McKay Franco Precision Play of the Game, and normally you give it to the winning team, but how can you ignore the great over-the-shoulder catch at the wall by Keaton Killian to rob Hayden Swain of at least an RBI? So that is our Dr. McKay Franco Precision Play of the Game, brought to you by Dr. McKay Franco Precision Dentistry for the whole family. Call 307-789-8910 for your appointment today. And our Pepsi Player of the Game, brought to you by Western Wyoming Beverages. Pepsi, that's what I like. And what do we like? We like production at the plate. Caden Anderson goes 1 for 2 with a run scored and 2 RBIs. Of course, Anderson's RBIs coming on that 2-run RBI double that got things started for Post 6. And that is our Pepsi Player of the Game. And that is going to do it for our broadcast here tonight and our coverage of Day 4 of the 2023 AA Northwest Regional Tournament, presented by Signature Real Estate Group right here in Gillette. A big thank you to our friends at K-Ray, Larry Peretti, for giving us a chance to broadcast this game to you tonight. And a big thank you to Val Cook, our executive producer, for his support here as well. On behalf of my broadcast partner, Aaron Poling, I'm Elan All, saying we'll see you tomorrow. It's a big day, the final day of the 2023 AA Northwest Regional Tournament. It'll start with Rocky Mountain Lobos out of Fort Collins, Colorado, taking on the Cheyenne Post 6 Sixers at 12 o'clock, pregame at 11:45. And then the winner of that game will take on the Gillette Riders for a spot in the 2023 American Legion World Series in Shelby, North Carolina. That game starts at 3 o'clock, our pregame at 2:45. Thank you guys so much. Get some rest. It's going to be a great day, and we'll see you in the morning.
The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of MyLocalRadio.com and Cook Brothers Broadcasting, LLC, no portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Cook Brothers Broadcasting, LLC. Thank you for joining us for this sports presentation on MyLocalRadio.com.